Skills.
That's good.
I sort of have them.
I feel that. We're not online yet anymore.
Yes, we are.
Skype your phones. Oh, I'm not showing that on this.
You probably have to refresh it.
Feel that.
Oh no, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I guess we should speak apparently.
Sounds good.
Hold on.
Sounds good.
Hold on. Actually, I'll probably have to pump the sound through the headphones so you'll be able to play Far Cry and not hear us reverb and craps and whatever's.
You don't need sound to hide.
Actually, I'll probably yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he do.
Not hear us reverb.
Really do.
A little bit. Maybe it was. Honey badgers aren't that scary.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you're not that
All right, there you go, man. You get the audio engineer.
A little bit. Maybe it was. Honey badgers aren't that scary. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you're not that
All right, there you go, man. You get the audio engineer.
A little bit. Maybe it was. Honey badgers aren't that scary. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you're not that
All right, there you go, man. You get the audio engineer.
A little bit. Maybe it was. Honey badgers aren't that scary. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you're not that
All right, there you go, man. You get the audio engineer.
A little bit. Maybe it was. Honey badgers aren't that scary. Yeah, he does.
All right, there you go, man. You get the audio engineer.
That is yours. It's ours. Well, I was. Honey badgers aren't that scary. Yeah, he does.
I can probably tune up the game too. So. Okay, that's better. Well, actually, I muted the game. No, never mind.
What do you want, phone?
Alrighty. So let us begin. Everyone, welcome to ZeroXR. This is the episode live here with
ActionGlasses.
and alright. So we're gonna start this week. ActionGlasses playing through Warcraft 4. Kind of goofing off a little bit. But first segment we'll kick off with is what you've been playing. So I'll start off first. I've been playing a little bit of Axiom, Verge, and a good deal of Warcraft with ActionGlasses. I'm also playing quite a bit of Heroes of the Storm as well too, because of the release of the Butcher, and he's been sort of an awesome character. A little broken, but it's being fixed. Yeah, it's how all the games are. So.
Yeah.
I know ActionGlasses has seen it where we just charge up and blow off the spirit bomb and some go cool and just seeing dudes just get knocked down and stuff. It's pretty awesome. TheOnlyAhki, you want to share with the world what you've been playing?
Well, I've had a pretty busy personal life this last week, but I managed to get in. I've been on like a classic Mega Drive Genesis kit, so kind of went through the Ultimate Genesis collection and played all of Shinobi 3 and stuff like that. I want to catch up on
Oh, that was awesome.
really, it's like everything is
Yeah, that was like the Michael Bay of like Contra games.
It starts, the game starts with a car accident throws you out of the window. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. I remember when it came out back in the day. Oh my god! Look how it starts! Oh my god! So, actually,
I'm going to leave you in a box. Moving out. Sharpen this blade.
You're up, buddy. What am I playing?
What
Yeah. We're on a what you've been playing segment. What have you been playing?
I've been playing
Just watching the screen while he's trying to have an actual conversation.
Oh, you poor soul.
There's a lag delay, and then I'm trying to talk, and then I'm trying gonna think, and I'm like,
I heard when you said child alive, I looked at the screen and you're just like shooting off and oozing and nothing. It's great.
the lag delay is great.
Child alive, wow.
Child alive is a lot of fun. I haven't gotten very far.
Shit. Oh shit.
Oh, and you kind of bit it in the face, man.
That sucks.
But no, I like the gameplay. It kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy.
It's the turn-based. Honestly,
More interactive though.
well, yeah, I haven't played the little Chrono Trigger.
Alright.
Did you just bite in the face again
I
or
did.
something?
Go ahead.
Dude. Alright, so ChocoWasabiLove, what have you been playing?
Yeah, so.
I didn't even know that was a thing. So, yeah. I was just like, oh shit, I guess I'm gonna drown if I don't.
And then poof! I was just like, whoa!
Okay, I calculated that.
Yeah, dude.
About playing a bit back on my first strike.
केही सोच्नै सकेको छैन म समाधान पत्ता लगाएर छाड्छु विश्वास गर मलाई चुनौती मन पर्छ
We need help! Those wild balls are I can't help them myself.
Welcome to my shop, the Jewel of Kara.
Parry came and I was like, yeah, I can parry your shooters and come back at you.
Thank you. Bye
Because I
bye.
remember you were saying, man, a scumbag dude friends crap out of me. And
We
then
need help! Those wild balls are dangerous, but full of goodies.
I can fight back! BAM! Parry! And then like,
Well, and don't forget, what's her second try? Like second or third super or something?
oh yeah, the PS3, PS3.
The animals are hungry, make them useful. Fuck!
Jumps in the air, two-handed fireball, just throws it.
You have to kill Paul. You have to do it now. He's going home. You kill him and you save my family. I will get you anyone. Yuma, Pagan, I will get you their heads.
It's okay.
It is not okay.
Supposed to be what Street Fighter 2
He's my
74
family.
was to 2, but for
It is not okay. Not. You have to save him.
We'll definitely talk about Street Fighter 5.
He's throwing himself a going away party at his compound.
All in all,
He's vulnerable there.
it's been pretty interesting.
He likes to ship in his meat from a nearby village. That is your way.
Oh, right, because we recently gifted it a copy to you.
Once you're inside, sneak into the interrogation room. This guard will be there.
Yeah,
Even me look for it to go see.
I'm not sure that you'll cut out the
PC version supports.
Maybe you can help
Yeah.
yeah, it does, because I was wondering about engineering a solution. So pretty much you can just plug it in. Because I have a wireless 360 controller as well too, and I've tinkered around with it. Granted, it was definitely not for me, but it was nice to know that the option was there for people like the ChocoWasabiLove and stuff. I've played on the 360 forever, play like I did on the 360.
Exactly. It's made it.
Reaction time.
People who play PC games now are so accustomed to that, but I remember when I first started playing fighting games, I started out with this, and every single game was like a horrible exercise in calibrating my controller.
Yeah, because it was always like, okay, we're in dead zone, and you're just like, this here. Oh, you mean where? We bucket messed out of nowhere, and it's just like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. I think
Excellent video. Alright, the ActionGlasses, you have a good stopping point. We can move on to... Alright folks, we're going to flip to the first thing we'll talk about today from this week's news. Let me grab the link real fast here.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry.
No, you don't have to be
I
sorry.
didn't even realize I was making my own theme music for the waiting.
Is that Square Enix, or are we just going for Hitman in general?
It's the Hitman news.
Oh,
Cool. Hitman is a very cool series. I'm a big fan.
really
It's a lot
good
of
game.
fun.
Yeah, it's just a lot of the Metal Gear is. I love Metal Gear and I love what I've seen of 5, but a lot of the stuff that Metal Gear Solid 5 is introducing is stuff that Hitman has had for a while.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hitman's a pretty cool
Well,
series.
no. What came out first? Hitman or?
I think Metal Gear.
Gear?
Yeah, well, the original Metal Gear was in like 1987 or something.
Yeah, it was on the Super Nintendo.
It was on the Famicom.
Famicom.
But Hitman's. Well, the early Hitmans were actually kind of rough, but
A little bit.
yeah,
But,
like,
I mean, they-
Agent 47 was a little.
They capitalized on it though. They made it better.
Yeah,
I think, progressively.
Silent Assassin was not bad.
No.
It did have some awkward ones though, where you'd have to like trek through a mountain and do like a paramilitary mission of just shooting guys, and that's a little out of place.
Yeah.
But then Blood Money was just really good. And if you have you played Absolution?
I have played Absolution.
A lot of people didn't like it. I don't get it. It's good.
I liked it.
Like I agree, it's kind of silly. Like the idea that every cop in the city can recognize that you're not a cop just by looking at you is kind of stuff. But
I didn't find it as challenging
no,
as the other ones, mostly because you can basically run through just melee everybody.
well, yeah, but
All
what?
their
That's
ca-
no
it
fun.
It cancels that. It's a lot of fun. I find it a lot of fun.
I really like it. I always try to go for that kill where it looks like an accident or something.
And that's fair. I just
Looks like an
I like
That's what you're supposed to do.
I like
yeah.
using the finishers on people. I'll just like run straight through and just knock someone out.
See, I'm all
Beat the
about
faces in.
like in Absolution, getting that one guy like catching his dealer in the apartment and lacing the cocaine with blowfish.
That is fun.
Great.
Okay, so there we go. I finally got the site up because the stupid age gate was glitched out on me. But pretty much the big news was the Hitman, the guys at I think it's IO Interactive. They did kind of a, hey, here's the deal on the new Hitman game that's coming out later today. So they kind of did a really cool user QA session. So they kind of answered a couple of the questions on how the game's going to be released and things. And this was the big portion that everyone was talking about right here on the screen. The whole fact that they're going to basically release most of the game for the initial launch, and then pretty much when the initial launch was done, then at that point they would also go ahead and toss in this this DLC sort of campaign where you could get additional content for free.
Cool.
Cost you $0, 0 cents, so you didn't have to pay a dime.
That's rare.
There's no season pass, and it's actually kind of funny because, of course, there were some people who were like, oh my god, it's early access all over again. Terrible. Why? Why do we have to deal with this early access crap? It's horrible.
Also,
See,
you may want to scoot over. You're being blocked on the camera.
I don't mind early access as long as the content that they're gonna release later is free. It's like they did that with Call of Duty. They do it with a lot of EA games. They just pay $20 extra to have a couple extra maps, maybe a new gun. That's it. We're not gonna give you shit other than that. It's like, well, okay.
No, yeah, but there's some. Yeah, I agree. But my other issue is when those games are early access for like ever. But you do have some good ones. You have good ones like Wasteland 2 was early access for like a year, and then now the full game is.
I mean, even if
didn't have to pay.
Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Early access. I got it on early access, but it's a lot of fun. You play it. You don't get as many classes. They're releasing more now, but
That
even
is
with the few classes that they had,
that
it's
is
hard, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but it's the good. It's the kind where you don't really mind because every time you go through is something new.
Oh yeah, it's challenging and it's nice to see what they're doing with the game.
It's like a R-rated Etrian Odyssey.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, I'd probably agree with that assessment. But I thought it was interesting because the part where they talk about the early access right here is Hitman an early access game.
Yeah.
They basically say no, it's not an early access game. It's going to be a complete 100% done game. Just they want to flesh out more of the story arc and finish the game out.
Yeah. Well, and they've said. Are you guys familiar with ResidentEvil.net?
No.
Like as a concept? Well, it sounds like they have a similar idea because every once in a while, ResidentEvil.net users will get an email that's like, on this stage in this game mode, whoever scores the top 3 ranks this week gets a mention and some stuff. And it sounds like they kind of want to do one of those like who can get the swaggest kill on this map.
Yeah.
And I'm totally down for that. And I mean, who can really bitch about free extra content after you purchase the game?
Yeah, and it's kind of cool too because they basically said, no, you will not need to buy any additional season passes. You will get everything with your $60 purchase of this game, which I thought was nice, especially in a day and age where you've got publishers going, oh hey, so we've got these bonus chapters, but you can only play them if you buy a season pass.
They have a special have it all pack, but it's not all there.
Yeah,
they have these other little side
Evolve
packs.
kind of got hit hard with that.
Evolve was bad with that. Borderlands 2 was extremely bad with that.
Arkham Knight also has been
I've
pretty
heard
rough.
They messed it up pretty bad.
Yeah.
And Arkham Knight's DLC scheme is so confusing. It's just like, oh, well, you can buy it at this store and get this one, but you can go here and get it from here, and then you get this thing, but you don't get this other thing either.
Well, and the other thing is there's a lot of people that still can't get their pre-order DLC on the PC version. They still can't, that's a big widespread issue apparently.
Yeah.
I'm finding so. The DLC problems are rampant right now to say the least. But I think anybody watching this is probably familiar, had their own personal experiences.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, just hearing that it's not piecemealing the campaign of the game. It's kind of, hey, we want to build extra chapters, but we're not going to have the extra chapters ready at launch.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's kind of a noble way of being honest and saying, hey, look, we have the basics of the story down, but we want to give you more stories to flesh things out.
It's not a new idea either. It kind of harkens back to the expansion packs that you used to be able to get for games back in Western PC gaming.
Oh yeah.
But it's also kind of like what The Witcher 3 has been doing, which I think they're releasing their first story DLC sooner. Maybe I was wrong on that.
Is it PC?
They had a big patch recently.
Witcher 3 is for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Yeah.
And this expansion pack is coming out for all 3 platforms.
Yeah, they've got like a 30-hour expansion campaign coming out, and then another 40-hour one later.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, they don't mess around at CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
I need to get it. So at some point in time. Some point in time, I need to get it.
My girlfriend's been looking forward to that. So.
But yeah,
Definitely want to check it out too.
So here's the cost thing too, and even here it's explicitly mentioned. Damn.
Oh yeah.
The entire game will cost you $60 or the regional equivalent. So, AKA, if you buy it on sale for $30, you're still getting everything.
Nice.
You buy it on a Steam sale randomly for like $10 on PC.
So
not that it will drop to $10 by Christmas, I don't think. But
So-
in the hypothetical sense, if it was $10 on PC, you still get everything.
So they're confirming then that there's no like online pass to purchase.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That is excellent.
It is.
That is really cool.
Online passes are stupid.
Honestly, I really love this thing. I don't know how they're going to implement it, or even if it's like an in-game thing, or if it's just a scoreboard. But I love the idea in the showing they had at E3 where they kind of touched on comparing your performance to other players, because I think that'd be really like if you're familiar with stealth games. Every time you play one and you watch a friend play, you always learn something new. You're like, holy cow, I didn't know you could do that. I feel like there'd be so much fun to have with that in Hitman when you play, and like you could watch your friends do the same mission and just be like, I had no idea you could like poison the wine or something like that.
Right.
You know, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
And kind of like your example when you were telling us about how you love using the blowfish toxin for the cocaine dealer, and then the dealer would go to the target and go, oh hey man, here's your cocaine, and the guy's like, cocaine, and then he's dead.
Target eliminated, and then
Right.
you literally just walk to your car. No big deal.
Nothing happened.
Yeah,
It's all good.
Awesome.
so stuff like that I thought was pretty primo about Hitman, and contrary to some of the folks out there who thought Absolation wasn't that great, I thought it was lots of fun.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot
So
of fun.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but I don't. Yeah, was it a little easier? That's fine. It's not really a game that's meant to be like, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. It's
Oh, yeah.
supposed to be a strategy game, more or less.
Yeah.
yeah, so
I feel that.
all right, so we ready to move on to the next topic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and yank this off. Behold, it has vanished into the land of wind and ghosts. Kidding.
I'll be back. Believe in you.
Maybe.
Oh no. You gotta get through the age gate again.
Damn it.
Oh.
Actually, let me see if I can just do a screen capture of the zone and just freaking do that.
No harm, no foul.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I was hoping to really see that. I haven't seen
Well,
it yet.
you guys will. I'm gonna have to do it another way because the way I thought I was gonna do it didn't quite work as well as I was hoping. So,
I'm not surprised they confirmed that game mode this early.
For
Release.
zombies?
It's a.
Oh, yeah.
It's
well,
a.
I mean, it's Treyarch. That's their...
It's like their contribution to the franchise.
Exactly.
Well, not just that, but it's a really popular game mode.
Oh,
People always ask, you know,
Wow.
is there going to be
I'm
zombies?
impressed.
it's
So
one of
So
the most...
Treyarch is making.
Black Ops, yeah. That's their series. That's...
Well, but I didn't know if Sledgehammer would be handling, you know, that going forward. But
yeah, I mean, basically,
Yeah,
Call of
maybe.
Duty's on a three person or 3-team cycle now.
okay.
So basically, this year Sledgehammer gets to take a break, while Treyarch will be up to bat for the game.
Sure.
And then next year is Activision,
You mean Infinity Ward?
Infinity Ward, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right. So we'll go ahead and watch the trailer, and let me swap to the
The hype is real.
let me
Anything
swap
with
to the
zombies.
TV speakers and
Anything
try to
with
lower the
zombies.
volume so it doesn't reverb into the broadcast.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Because yeah, that would be suck. So
That would be awful for anybody watching with headphones.
yeah.
To
So.
say the least.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Okay, so alright, I'll kick it off. But yeah, this is the Zombies movie trailer Shadow.
Your sins serve only as an invitation. An invitation to an evil.
Yeah, the zombie
Beyond
the
your
Zombies
imagination.
is always kind of a spin-off. It's not related.
You want to know what I think?
Still, no,
I think we're being
feeling
punished.
this visual.
I think all this is happening because we're bad people. Anyone interested in front row seats to their own
Oh
death?
yeah, this looks like
I know
depression.
who you are.
Perfect.
I have seen each and every one of your misdeeds.
Yeah, so apparently all 4 of these characters have their own little stories.
Yeah, so Shadow has like a wicked story to it.
Fight's over. You lost.
You know what I am? A fucking samurai killing machine, that's what I am.
Do you think maybe Treyarch secretly would rather be doing this, but like contractually they have to make Call of Duty?
the shield
I joke about it.
Because I feel like this is clearly their passion.
Rocket Shield.
That's next.
Yeah, no, they put a lot more work into this.
Oh yeah, the perk gumball machine. So the
It's like taking
magic
candy from a
gumballs
baby
have like certain
without the
perks that they
baby.
give you. So instead of perk gumball
me with
now it's
Then shoo, I
gumball
will.
Let's see what this flavor does for me.
You guys are too slow, too dumb, and too dead.
Yeah, this looks pretty cool.
Oh, that's not good. What is
I
that?
wish they'd
What
sell
on
this as a
earth?
standalone,
You know what's
like,
fucking weird?
15
I don't consider this shit weird anymore.
Yeah.
All I see is tentacles.
Yeah, so one of those gumballs gives you like
What the hell is that?
I just know this ain't gonna be a fair fight.
Really, I do wish they'd sell. I wish they'd sell
You
this
got my
as a
wife
standalone,
beat.
like
She
a
only has
$15
2
single.
faces.
$20 even. Take that to Activision or whatever. I would buy this without
Another
the
airborne.
attachment.
Come on, you flying shitheads, I'm ready for you.
Call of Duty and everything expected.
Yeah, like this kind of. I mean, I would like for the Left 4 Dead, but this is stuff.
Never surrender.
On a Saturday night.
Right?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling it. That was really cool.
yeah.
Pre-order now and get access to the multiplayer beta.
Pretty much. Again, I think I've told you guys many a time about this. I'm not a fan of timed DLC exclusivity. I think it's bullcrap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
it
agree with
is
that.
it is kind of what it is. So
Well,
that's
who-
the world we live in.
Does one platform or another have exclusivity over Shadows of Evil?
Best fight.
Call of Duty is now a PlayStation thing.
So they get the earlier.
Yeah, so PS4 will get earlier access to everything. PC and Xbox One will now fall behind.
That is lame, but understandable.
Yeah, it's just how business is. But on the heels of this Shadows of Evil Zombies mode announcement, the Call of Duty team also announced this new Juggernog edition of the game, where you get a 12 soda cooler themed like a Juggernog cola machine, or rather, it's pardon me. Juggernog is more like eggnog, correction. So basically, it's like getting cans of Juggernog out of a soda machine. So you get that, these weapon skins, the Perca-Cola coasters, Steelbook, Season Pass, access to the giant maps, and some other fun stuff. This entire kit's $200. I know for sure Amazon is completely sold out on this one.
Really?
For PS4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is gone.
Wow.
Sold
It's
out.
Call of Duty.
I mean,
I'm
and
not
it's
surprised.
look at
I'm
look
not
at that.
surprised.
Yeah,
Look at that.
the Juggernog fridge is awesome.
Yeah, that's
It is.
pretty cool.
Right?
So, and it was kind of funny too, because I was like, because I saw the Twitter announcement, I was just like, maybe I'll go buy, just put some money down on it. My local GameStop was like, hey man, I'm sorry, we're sold out. And I was like, damn, that's a shame. So, yeah, if there ends up being a cancellation on a pre-order for the Juggernog edition, I might get it for fun, because I just think that's an awesome little perk for this collector's edition. Granted, it's a whopping $200.
But it's
It's-
mini fridge.
Yeah, it's a mini fridge, so kind of hard to beat that for like a pre-order thing. So
sorry, I'm not actually. I'm doing this so it doesn't.
Oh no, you're good,
kick
man.
me off.
Okay, so the next big thing we probably want to talk about is Street Fighter V.
Yes,
of course.
And big announcement this week, which happened yesterday, is Ken is the new character to join the team.
And I won't ruin it. I'm excited. It's really cool. Have you seen this yet, ChocoWasabiLove?
No, not yet. So I'm excited.
Your eyes are
It's already coming out.
wait till you see it.
来いよ熱くさせてやるぜ
Change this mood. Finally.
Yeah, and actually it's not funny because some of these moves are like they're fun. Street Fighter changes where the end
Well, it's really cool. They've said basically the philosophy behind the design is they really want to differentiate him from the new by making him very aggressive and offensive. Which, he's a little more offensive as far as close up. This is that is awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of fantastic.
So, main? Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
he's like I said. Depending on if Karen comes out or not, I'm feeling.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was
that end teaser. Some people speculated it's possibly Rose.
That looked a lot kind of evil there, though.
She may have been corrupted by the power that she's been using.
You're right.
That's true. She uses the same power as Vice or Dictator.
Yeah. Dictator for the world folks, but Bison for us US
That would
folks.
be awesome, though, if she came out.
Yeah,
Evil Rose?
I would just.
That'd be cool.
I'd be kind of scared, too.
I'm really hyped for Street
Rose
Fighter
is already
5.
a badass
I wasn't at
character.
first, but
Right.
now that they're showing Street Fighter 5, I am just really
I'm stoked
excited
for it.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Okay. So.
I'm like sweating.
Alright.
When I saw it.
But yeah, on top of that, there's also been rumors about some other characters that are coming out. Armika is supposedly rumored as a possible confirm. Same for Karen, who's a possible confirm, and then same for Alex.
Yeah.
From Third Strike, he's a
Really?
possible confirm.
I
Yeah.
heard Urian as.
Yeah, I heard Urian was too.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's still naked.
You mean in his loincloth?
Yeah. HD.
HD loincloth.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that.
It's cool that Alex is back, though.
Yeah, Alex was a cool character.
He was.
Yeah, Alex is a good character.
Yeah, Armika is a little bit of a surprise because the last time she made a presence was in Alpha 3.
Like in
Or Zero 3 for the international folks.
Right, that was a while ago.
Oh yeah, and Armika was like Zangief but faster and scary in the hands of a rightly good player, because I remember just one guy at a tourney was just like, hey, guess what? I play Armika, and everyone was just kind of looking at him like, lol, pathetic. And then he started whipping up on people like, everyone was just like, whoa, we got a badass here. So
I hope Karen comes back. That would be cool.
So
I like Karen a lot.
So there's that, but all in all, just it's a pretty exciting time for anybody who's a big Street Fighter fan.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely excited for 5.
Yeah.
I won't harp on this too long, but there's one other thing that excites me about the Ken trailer.
I challenge you.
Not that I mind the iconic look of characters, but I am really excited to know that they are willing to change up
Oh
the
yeah.
look. That is cool to me.
I still wonder about
I
the
gotta
story.
control it.
I still wonder about the story with him because
Yeah, he looks a little rougher.
Well, that and in Third Strike, the story had him as he was just his wife had just given birth to his child, and then he basically was like, well, I gotta stand up and breathe, so I'm sorry, but I gotta bounce and support him in the tournament. And that was pretty much where Third Strike had the story of him, and of course 4 is before Third Strike.
Yeah, and well, now he's looking kind of rough and dark, so maybe
play with the buttons.
You know.
Yeah, so
we'll see.
So pretty much, it was really interesting hearing about that. So I was just like, or seeing the design changes. So it has me wondering what Ken's story will be this time around. But we'll definitely see. And the other big piece of news is this wonderful little demo of A Hero's Way being played 4 ways.
You will have to shut me up on this one because I'm going to talk for fucking ever about Metal Gear. I love Metal Gear.
Okay.
Gear.
Oh, that's.
But yeah, it's a pretty long one, so I mean we can go through we can watch a couple of them, or we can just kind of
we go through a one way, take maybe a 5-minute break, talk about like little other games, and then go back to the next one, and the next,
Yeah. I mean, if that's how we want to break it down, we can do that.
I have painfully researched everything about this game that's out right now.
Also, intense violence, blood, and gore. Bring it.
Okay, so...
Strong language. You might have to close your ears.
I'm just...
Choco.
I'm of age.
She's old enough. Come on now.
Hello everyone and welcome to this special E3 2015 presentation of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. As you all know by now, The Phantom Pain takes place in a massive open world, and today we're going to demonstrate how that world is every bit as deep as it is large.
Yeah, and
thanks to the limitless options available, players can make the game their own and complete it in any way they like.
The premise
However,
of
before we
this
begin, I'd like to quickly address
is
a
to
concern
show
that's been
off
brought up by the
a
media
singular
recently about
mission
microtransactions.
4 different ways,
While it is
and there are
true
way
that
more than
few
4 ways you
microtransaction
can approach it, but
options
4
exist,
different
the entire
ways
game has been
that are
carefully
very
balanced to be
divergent
fair
from
and
one another that
enjoyable
you
with
could
or
approach
without
a
using
mission,
these
whether it be
options.
just
No
going
pay to
guns
win
blazing,
options. Rest
using
assured that every
remote
single item,
explosive,
weapon, and mission in the game
using
is
your
available to all
reconnaissance to your
players
advantage, just
without
going in
paying
up
cents.
close and personal.
However, due to the sheer scale of the game,
Thinking
and the
outside
time it's portal,
Yeah, we won't spoil that one, but that one's good.
Yeah, no spoiling thinking outside the box. I will say,
more
I'm
info
really
on how this
happy.
works
I know
will be
it's
announced in the
stupid,
future.
but I'm really
For now,
happy you can
let's jump
change
to
people's
today's demo.
outfits because
Where's that?
I don't like Quiet's outfit. I think it looks really goofy, and I'm kind of happy you can. Well,
What
and
you
I'm
see on
kind
the
of
screen
happy
right
you
now
can
is
make
your
Big Boss
Aerial
wear her
Command
outfit
Center,
too.
or
That's
ACC.
awesome.
The ACC is essentially your
so,
home away from home where you can manage your army,
it's
plan
definitely
strategy
neat
between
premise and
missions,
everything.
and do various things without heading back to base. As your mobile HQ,
this, that,
there
whatever.
are also personal touches, such as these photographs
the
on the wall,
actual-
which increase in number
That's the
and change as you progress.
Yeah, I
through the
think
game.
it's called Freedom of Infiltration or something like that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull it up for my history real fast here.
The other thing that I think is cool from Peace Walker that's different is you can play as your recruited Mother Base soldiers, but they each have their own face and voice, so it's not just like a balaclava, like they all have different faces.
Right. Oh, there it is. Here we go.
It's really cool.
Peggy 18.
So
even if you don't want to, if you,
you...
like, so if you don't want to play as boss, you don't have to.
Yeah. So yeah,
that is true.
I thought that was a neat premise as well.
Hello everyone and welcome to this post-E3 2015 special presentation of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Back at E3 2015 we showed you an example of how you can jump into free roam and complete side ops and then jump into a mission. We also explained how missions can be completed in a variety of different ways.
Kind of spies versus
And today we're going to show you some of
one
those
team will
roles.
get a bunch
Back
of
at E3 we showed
swag,
you how
like
to
setting
complete a
up
mission a
cameras
hero's
and
way
security
using
stuff,
one
and they have
type
to
of
guard an
approach.
objective.
We used
The
Walker
other
gear back
team
then.
gets only stealth
Today we'll
gear
try
and
something different
non-lethal,
and show you some
non-automatic
variations
weapons.
using a different buddy and other types of equipment, in addition to other approaches to the same mission. So without further ado, let's jump to
And it comes free with Metal Gear Solid 5 beyond.
Yeah. So all right. So infiltration example 1. This is them partnering up with Quiet.
The end of this one, I was just like, nah, no way.
Alright, so here we are in our ACC once
yeah,
again.
This one's kind of cool for the person
And we
who
have Quiet
doesn't
as our
like
buddy.
killing everyone in a base. I thought it
That's
was
my play style.
well. I think
Today we'll jump to the
at
same
least
mission,
from
the
what
Hero's
they
Way,
revealed about Metal Gear
and
Solid
show a
5,
different approach.
I think it kind of works like Dishonored. If you start taking down people
Last time we
violently,
approached
then
from
the base is
the
going to
north.
go, shit, man, we got to upgrade, we got to invest in better security.
This time we'll try approaching
better armor,
from the
better
east.
weapons.
I do remember that when playing Dishonored.
Not just that, but
And show you different
the other
way that
thing
you
of
can
it is
tackle
guards
this
in
mission.
Metal Gear Solid 5 do status checks. And so
Approaching from
if
the north
you
was
kill
farther,
people,
but it had fewer enemies.
they're not going to
Moving
make their
from the
status
east,
check.
It's closer and more direct,
And then they're going
but
to
it's
send
more
guards
patrolled
to see what happens.
and has
Yeah,
more
it'd be like,
human feels a little bit more
it'll be
difficult.
like, hey, what's wrong?
Since this will be more
Oh
difficult
God,
than before,
someone's down. We
we'll
got to
enlist
check up on
Quiet's
this.
help.
Right, and because of
And
the
infiltrate
open
as a
nature of each
two-man
mission,
fire
they will just pour in like helicopters and stuff from the surrounding bases too.
Yeah, depending on how high the alert level is or how high the priority.
This
the
time
base
we
is
want to go
too.
non-lethal, so as our primary
See what I
weapon,
mean
we choose
about
a
the
non-lethal
outfit? It's
assault
really
rifle
out of
that
place.
fires rubber bullets.
I do like
and
that
will
this
stun
trailer
enemies
shows
rather
off
than
the
kill them.
different
And
like,
as our secondary weapon, we use a
outfits for
tranquilizer
boss,
pistol.
and like
For
that they're
quiet, we
functionally
equip her
different
with
in the
a
game.
tranquilizer sniper rifle.
And also, fun
And since we're
fact,
dropping into a remote location,
for
we'll also
anybody
take a
that's
vehicle with us.
watching, there is a fifth. This is going to go through 4 different
And once
ways
again,
to
we
play
could
this
choose a
mission. There is
drop time
fifth,
here. Let's
which
just go
was
ahead
the
and choose
E3
ASAP.
trailer, but it is not part of this. We could, I guess we could post a link for that maybe later. It's pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge game. This is
Okay.
pretty much the most anticipated game this year for most folks.
Yeah. I do think kind of like how to start with the movie stuff and stuff. I think that was really cool.
Skills like his would be a shame to waste them.
I'm curious.
I'll leave the method up to you.
Oh, I'm kind of curious about
Either way to
the
Chicago Calais and eliminate the target.
Alright, so here we are in the airspace of Afghanistan once again, and we're fast forwarding things a little.
I think
time.
his actual.
He's got dual bearings, so maybe it's one of those like, his cousin here, but the white barbarians call me Benedict or something.
Possibly.
I don't know. But
That's one way of putting it.
Quiet is here with us, so let's go ahead and call upon some support.
Yeah, this part's kind of cool and demonstrates the ability to use your buddies in like really creative ways. Because yeah, watch what he'll do with Quiet.
We'll send her up ahead.
Yep.
Scout out the area.
Yep.
And mark targets for us.
Because intel is super important in this game.
As you can
so,
see,
like, knowing
allies
where
are marked by
guards
the
are.
green Diamond Dogs logo,
Yeah,
as
she
well as
did.
your own vehicles.
She can turn invisible too, and the
And
visual
go ahead,
effect is really
jump
cool
to
when
our
she
vehicle,
does it, because
and
it'll be
rendezvous
like
either.
her skin will disappear and you see like muscle, and then muscle disappears and you see her skeleton.
You arrived at the objective.
Like she disappears later by
some recon detail with him.
They haven't explained
Keep your
how
guard
it
up.
works and everything, and
Alright,
that's
so
why
we've
she
arrived at our
wears
marker,
basically nothing.
and as you can see,
I know I got this Ghost in the
enemies
Shell
have
thing
been
going
marked.
on.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that
Triangle on the
actually,
screen.
because I know there's a
Thanks to
story
Quiet.
reason why she doesn't wear a lot, but I don't know if that's it because they
So
showed
she's
the.
finished scouting now.
Well, they are
It's in the desert and she's hot.
But they did show those soldiers in the E3 trailer that are wearing like full
You can also
body
see
armor.
here that Quiet has prepared some supplies
Yeah,
for us.
I mean,
if we
I
need
don't
to
know,
resupply
maybe Quiet's got a
and
primitive
ammo.
version.
we can
That's
head
fair.
back here.
Because I know Kojima has explained, he's just like, yeah, she's got some sort of weird active camouflage.
Yeah, well, and he said there's a plot reason for outfit. They have confirmed that if you do find the outfit distasteful, you can change it.
Sniper.
Yeah, and so this
let's
is
have
this is
Quiet
another
take care of
thing.
this
So
guy.
you can tell your buddy to basically do advanced movements for you. So like him commanding
And now
like
we
who
should
sniped
get
that patrol. That was awesome.
Well, and it's not shocking, but it's really important to some people to play this game. It's cool that you can tell Quiet to
Right, we
train
have a two-man cell up ahead.
instead of just sniping them. So
We'll
if you
coordinate
do
with
want
Quiet
to go non-lethal,
to take these
Quiet
guys
has
out
the
without
option
raising an
to
alarm.
not kill.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is just an awesome double takedown.
Oh yeah, this is straight up some like Modern Warfare 2 co-op action.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was fun. So.
That was the highlight of that game.
It was.
My goodness.
I do have to say, I do have some reservations. I hope you can disable her humming. I guess it's supposed to tell you the guards are there, but it gets kind of incessant to a point in this
You can basically kidnap the troops to interrogate them or make them.
Oh, you put a balloon on them and they just float up into the sky.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I never.
Yeah,
we saw in
basically
the
you can use the
video.
balloon to kidnap
We
them
need to
and
get closer to
torture them and
identify the
say,
target.
give me info about the base, and have her dudes torture the
But
shit
he
out of them.
wasn't dead.
Well,
Okay.
the silly thing is you can shoot those and they can shoot those if they're on alert. The thing that's funny to me is you can
Alright, so there's a
totally do that to
target that's
people in
he's
Metal
guarded
Gear
by a bunch of
Online. If you're the
soldiers,
infiltrating team,
and
you
we
can
raise
sneak
an
up
alarm
on
if we
people and
took
stick a
only one of them
balloon
out.
on them.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
quite
And they just scream and fly.
Oh yeah,
out.
this is awesome. So
Oh, yeah,
sleep
I'm
sure.
sleep grenade in the
And
air.
Quiet shoot
And yeah,
those
he tells Quiet to
into the group.
just
Ricochet
just
it.
watch it.
As
Yeah,
you say,
it's-
take all of them out without raising an alarm.
Target down.
No. Night.
I gotta say, it would be a waste to kill him.
That
Putting
was
him to sleep
awesome.
doesn't
Did you
count as
actually
eliminating
run
him.
into it?
Even just knocking him out.
Possibly.
I guess so.
Alright,
You'd
so
have
now
to
we
be
need to recover our
careful.
target, but first, to plan for our
I wouldn't be
escape,
surprised.
Quiet
I wouldn't be
moves to
surprised if they
another sniping
programmed
point
it like
to
that.
provide
That
cover.
you can knock yourself out by being a fool and go,
Oh,
hey, gas cloud.
Your gas clouds can knock you out of the previous group, so that would not be surprised if that was the case in this one. Flameless can also.
Go ahead and fulton these guys out.
You can do it to goats and
weapons
stuff
behind.
too. Kojima has
And
confirmed in an interview
vacate the
that you
area.
can actually set up a strategy base to be a petting zoo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, raise the morale of your
Objectives
troops.
complete.
Yep.
Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
An enemy noticed us.
Comes out around my birthday too.
Unfortunately, this guy has
Hint,
a helmet
hint, wink,
on.
wink
so
for
we'll
anyone
quite
who
help
wants
us
to
out
give
once again by
something
shooting
to
out the helmet.
TheOnlyAhki there, guys.
My girlfriend
Screenshot.
has called super dibs on that like a year in advance.
Kidding, totally kidding. That is definitely her right. So.
Sort of market our landing zone and have quite
But yeah,
cover
I think
fire
the whole like
as we
ability
make our way
to tell
there.
your buddy to cover you is super awesome. It just
As you can
leads
see,
to
she'll
so many
provide
good
cover fire,
tactical plays.
limiting enemies like that.
She's up in the mountains, right?
Quiet.
You see that icon?
Yeah, and not to plug the E3 demo too much, again, for anybody that's interested in learning more about the game, they
In
do
this case, we
showcase
have
a
a vehicle
different
with several
buddy in
enemies
that
in it.
video.
I love this
Well,
dramatic
it did manage
There
to
is a
tranquilize
dog
one of them.
that you
However,
can
the
have
others
as
in
a
the vehicle are
companion.
still
They do
coming after
showcase
us.
the stealth options
And
you
have
have
now
with
opened
the
fire.
dog in the
So let's change our route and head to the landing zone so we can
Yeah,
make the
D-Dog's
mission
pretty
area.
cool. So you can save it as a compliment.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Enemy presence detected.
I told my friend, I'm just gonna possess an invasion mode of other
Have arrived at LZ. We'll
I'm
stand by.
just gonna steal everyone's dog and just have a base of dogs.
The wolf regiments.
Dogs.
Goats as distraction.
Also, this is a risky play that you're seeing because like they didn't, I don't know if they explained it in this trailer, but the helicopter is pretty fragile and can be destroyed by the troops. So you want to not home free just because you call you escape. Oh, where you like lay back and yeah, I've actually seen that. Apparently, you can actually. I don't know enough about rifles.
Coast is clear.
I would say
Let's go
low
ahead and get on the
impact.
chopper.
I would say anything like a barricade.
Like a 50 cal. Yeah, that would break your clavicle.
Yeah.
Back at E3, we showed you how you can use D-Dog and D-Walker to complete missions.
I don't know if
Today
you
we showed you
saw
how
it
you
when
can
she
complete
jumped
the
down there. It was
missions
just her
using
muscle
flight
tissue showing.
Yeah, I saw that.
This
That
is an
was
example of how the game is completely free and open.
Her,
How you can use your
a bit
buddies.
distracting,
Completely
though.
changed the
Yeah,
approach
that's why I
to
said I don't really like
based
the
on your
outfit
personal
that she comes
playstyle
with.
and situation.
The
So feel free to
model
mix and
lady
match
that like
buddies and
played in
equipment
voice
as you
and
fit
like
and
model
approach the
and
mission
voice
in a
acted
way
her
that
is
makes the most
apparently
sense to
pretty
you.
cool because she's done a few interviews about this game as well.
Okay.
And she's
so-
apparently said that I don't know, maybe she was just plugging the game, but she claims that the whole outfit thing isn't like a fan service thing, but actually is relevant to the plot as well. So
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect anymore.
Yeah. So anyhow, thoughts on the first one, guys?
It was good. It was good. It was good.
I've never seen Metal
It was
Solid.
good.
Metal Solid like that.
Right.
So it's just very shocking to me.
Yeah.
Tactical balloons, 7 out of 10.
I like
It's
that.
come a long way
I
from
do like
just
the
being
book.
hallway to hallway, hasn't it?
And
Yeah,
as
I
opposed to the
like
old
that.
ones, yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
have to strategize and be careful more because you're out in the open.
So many options.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That versus like your
Well, and daylight too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that changes everything.
Because daylight, there's a much more bigger line of sight. So I mean, it's to me, I've always seen Metal Gear Solid as a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Even though it is very action focused, it's still a puzzle game at its heart.
Well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're absolutely right because they've said you can do all kinds of out-of-the-box stuff. One of the things that really grabbed me is apparently you can go to other bases and sabotage that region's food supplies or like intercept their trucks.
Yep.
And the guards will be like super tired and super hungry when you go to the base. Or like if you know when they change shift from morning to night shift, you can go during that time and like go in while they're changing shift. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
basically disrupt their shift change.
That's really cool.
So, but yeah, I mean, I thought for a non-lethal approach, it's kind of cool that you still have that option because I had a buddy of mine who's all about non-lethal kills and that particular approach, but with a much more tighter exit would be exactly how you would do it.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I was just like, okay, cool. We got the non-lethal options. That's awesome. All in all, I mean, I definitely think it's kind of cool, especially when they're showing about the drop-in times. You can drop in at early morning, in the evening, or just say, I want to drop in now.
Yeah. Well, one of the other things, and this is a big change from Peace Walker, because that game also had missions where you go mission to mission. This game, you don't actually have to return to base between missions, just because that takes forever and it's another load screen. you can just like get on your radio and pull up another mission while you're out and just be like, I want to do this mission next, and just do a bunch of missions in a row if you think you have the supplies for it. That's really
Though if they follow the same path like they did with Ground Zeroes with the augmented reality app that you could get on your phone, you could basically turn your phone into an iDroid.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see it where you're done with your mission, you're just like, hey, hold on, let me pull up a new mission on my phone, click on your phone, and then you just hear the iDroid in the game go, map updated, and then you're just like, oh, sweet, new mission, bam, and then just get on with it. Because I love the augmented reality app that was out for Ground Zeroes. I thought it was super cool.
Yeah, it's super
Especially being able to like have a friend. When I had an Android tablet at one point, I had one of my friends just watch the tablet and just watch the mission, and I was just like, hey man, can you spot me for guards? And he was like, yeah, sure. Let me catch everything. Make sure that you don't got any guards around you. And he was able to watch and go, holy cow, hold on, you might want to stop. There are 3 dudes ahead of you. And I was just like, whoa, and then just kind of back off and go, okay, they passed, and just resume doing what I was doing. So I can definitely see the iDroid coming back as an augmented reality app and being able to help you pick missions and stuff.
That's also one of the cool things in the full game of Phantom Pain is you have different parts to your staff on your base, and you can put people into the recon squads and you can deploy them. So if you know you're going to be in X part of Afghanistan, you can gain intel on that area, and you'll automatically have guards tagged there.
Now, is it only taking place in Afghanistan? Is all of it?
There's also, I think there's Africa too. I don't know specifically what part.
They haven't
Everything
really.
is desert.
They haven't
I think
really
it's a
revealed
jungle.
much.
Yeah, they haven't. I know they've confirmed for sure that there is an African like jungle setting with it's got a lot of mountains, and then there is like somewhere around Kabul in Afghanistan.
Okay. Yeah. So.
That's cool. Yeah.
All right. We'll go with the next part of the video, the surgical air raid.
Very
so
different.
If you like just going guns a-blazing, you might be a fan of this one.
They even have like a different outfit for it and everything. They do. Like, I love that. It's not just like, oh, you just...
Alright, next I'd like to show you another variation of the same mission, A Hero's Way.
Stuff to deploy.
Previously, we approached this mission from a distance using stealth to our advantage. This time we're going to go in loud, near the air, and choose a landing zone very close to our mission. As you can see here, the landing zone is red, which indicates high risk, which means we have a good chance of being attacked during our approach, since we're not being stealthy at all. So we're going to go in loud, with guns blazing.
I hope so.
Which means we'll have to choose some
Miller
different
with his,
equipment.
with his prosthetic leg and his cane.
You have to.
It'd be great if you could play as Miller.
But yeah, here's where they set him up to
So for
just
equipment, we'll go ahead and
guns
choose a combination of a shotgun and a machine gun, which is used for battle in close situations such as this.
LMG.
And for our uniform, we'll choose a battle dress,
Camo.
which should afford us with protection.
Yeah, and there's the battle dress, so he's got the armor and everything.
He's got grenades hanging off of him.
And once again, we could choose a drop time here.
Yeah,
Let's
so
just go ahead and
he's all
choose
one-man
ASAP.
armied out. It's pretty fantastic.
Set drop time now. Right this second. Jack Bauer doesn't wait.
So yeah, this is taking place at 5:30 a.m. at the same base that they're attacking.
Starting.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander.
So,
your orders are to take him out. Skills like his.
So here we are at our area of operations, and as you can see, we've chosen to come here at night. Night will provide us some advantage due to cover, and also enemies will have their guards lowered, which means that reinforcements will take longer to arrive.
Shalashashka, but apparently it was supposed to be Shalashka, which is prison or something like that, or jail in Russian. But little interesting tidbit for anybody that likes it.
So our first step,
here
we can scope
we
the
go.
area out using our scope
So
and
scoping, marking dudes.
Yep.
And here we go.
You can't hear it because of the way we have it set up in the audio, but he actually has the
Alright, so as we make our approach, we'll use the helicopter's minigun to take out enemies.
Valkyrie's playing right now out of the helicopter loudspeaker.
Actually, this will raise an alarm.
That's awesome.
So we'll need to
I'm
move
going to
the
point
targets
out
as quickly
another
as possible.
that's a movie reference, Apocalypse. Now I'm going to point out a TV show reference. There's a reference to $6 million.
Likewise, we can take advantage of things such as drum cans,
So basically,
create
cause all the guards to
explosions,
freak out at the base.
and
We're under
general
attack by
chaos
something
among them.
big.
Yup.
It's just one dude down.
It's like Halo with the
searchlights. Let's take
The
that out.
the tower.
Oh, you'll see what happens.
And also the North Star tower.
Bam! Collapse the tower on him.
Alright, so now we've reached our destination, so we'll go ahead and disembark. We'll throw a flare grenade, so we can mark our helicopter's location.
You can even
switch to
flag
our
a
machine
place for
gun.
your helicopter.
Yeah, exactly like Zero just explained. That grenade is a flare grenade. What it does is you can trigger the flare later and the helicopter
Smoke grenades provide cover.
Very nice. So you have your escape.
And then equip night vision goggles,
Well,
so that we can
and
see
then I
the
love
enemies
this
and
whole
eliminate
idea
them
here. You throw
as we storm
smoke
the
in and then
compound.
just night goggles up. That's really cool. Like, even when you go guns blazing, this game is still yeah, you fucking kill. This isn't...
Yeah, you have to play smart too.
Very interesting. I'm
We
going
move
to drop
quickly here. Note that our target is not on the first floor, where he was previously.
Well, if it makes you feel better, there is a form of combat in this game called CQC, and you don't even need to aim. It's just martial arts.
Go ahead and search
And it is
upstairs.
very effective.
Again, keep in mind
You
that
felt like
timing
I
is of the
said
essence. As we
When I played this, I actually went CQC the final boss of Metal Gear Solid 3 with just she'll break your arm.
So there was the guy you're supposed to kidnap to kill.
Alright, so there's our target.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
this is
stun grenade. Take him
Screw
out.
this nerd.
either. No, it's a stun grenade. So basically just knocks him out.
He doesn't even frickin' bother with the blade either. He just straight up spirits him
Now we need to
away.
extract him from the
He's just
mission
like,
area.
Screw you, I'm kidnapping your
the
ass.
helicopter back
He's
to our
a
landing
frickin'
zone.
Oni. He just tore ass in here, busted in the doors, grabbed this guy,
Could
and
attempt
was
to use
just
the
like,
Fulton,
we're
but it wouldn't
going.
be wise,
And
since
now
Fulton's
he's got
likely
a
to get shot down during battle.
a revolver
We'll
pistol.
carry him
that
and
he's
load him on
just carrying
there.
him out with. Going, yeah, so I see any dudes, I'm
Wanna
taking
put the body on you?
And all that armor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let the legends live again.
Yeah, so
Gotta get the
Now
gun
we can
back
depart
out.
the mission
yeah,
area.
he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna see if there are any dudes out. I'm just gonna lay waste to them with this machine gun.
And that's mission
Psych,
complete.
there's nobody because I killed them all.
Good. Wow.
Right, so this was an
That-
example of a
you made that
surgical
look
air
way
raid.
too
Today's
easy.
mission
Big
was to eliminate
Boss
a
is the
target.
weapon to
This
surpass
tactic is
the
particularly useful for rescue missions. That
No.
said,
They
since the
haven't
enemy
even
will be
showed
on
any
high
of the new
alert,
Metal
mission
Gears yet.
preparation is
I'm
critical.
really excited.
We'll have to gather intel,
This
study
game
the
was-
landscape,
there's a-
lay out a building,
there is even
and
a
target
horror
locations
element
to
to this
ensure
game,
you
because there are
quickly
these
storm
enemies
the
that are
area
faster
and
than
make
a
your
horse,
escape
so even
before
if
the
you're in a
enemy has
vehicle,
chance
they
to
can
respond.
chase you.
But for
They
advanced
can turn
players,
invisible
this
and
may be
shoot
an
and
exciting
stuff.
challenge.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Kind of scary.
They're basically like quiet, but like there's a lot of them and they're antagonists.
But yeah, so pretty much the surgical airstrike, like he had commented at the end of the video,
Really?
which was the fact that you have to have extreme knowledge of the base you're infiltrating. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you are going to be boned so fast. So, and I thought that was appropriate. I was just like, man, I could probably see my buddy TheOnlyAhki doing shit like that, going, oh, I'm gonna go guns a-blazing, and I'm gonna strategize and knock these dudes out.
That's what I mean. That's what I feel about this game. Even when you go in hot-headed, you still have to have a plan. Like
Yeah.
you've I mean, as you saw.
It's very tactical. You can't just be like, yeah. You just.
Well-
that's why I died so fast the first time I played these games.
Well, and what it means as the player, why it makes this game exciting is that it means that no matter what you do, you get to own it. Like, you came up with that plan and it worked. And it was all you. Because there's so many different ways to do this. There's, like, I mean, I'm sure eventually there'll be a game fax or something for it. But you don't have to look any of that up because you can just organically make up a plan as you get through the mission. And I think that is insanely cool.
Yeah. So I thought the surgical airstrike was a pretty neat way of doing the mission. I was just like, wow, holy cow.
Yeah, like at first I thought it would be kind of boring because you think the guns blazing is gonna breed the brainless dumb.
No.
It's all cool.
So.
Oh yeah, my turn.
So what's up? Then go.
Tactical espionage action.
So, Pedro, ActionGlasses, what'd you think of the surgical airstrike method?
That's the way to go, dude. It's the only way to go. Although I would add in the dog just because I like dogs, but have the dog run around maybe on the other side.
Do recon, probably?
Not even recon. Well, yeah, do some recon, scope out the enemy so I know who's around. Tactical insertion, he comes in, distracting, and I just run in and gun down everybody.
Well, the other thing is, I know the dog can do some kind of, like he can find stuff.
Yeah.
I know there's that. Well, the other side of it is you can mix and match too. Because you could straight up just like walk up, pick the first guy off with your knife up to his neck, and you can make them tell you stuff. You can make him tell you where the radio guy is. Shoot the radio guy in the face and then be like, "You're all mine now," and pull your guns out.
It's all ogre now.
Yeah. So.
Was it awful? Rip.
All right. So. The third method, the remote assassination attempt. This one's pretty nuts.
This one has an
is fun.
Amazing Peace Walker reference for anybody that played Peace Walker.
All right, now up to this point, we've showed you various ways that we can infiltrate enemy territory, approach, take out enemies, and extract our targets. That said, when you think about it, this may not necessarily be the best approach for all people. Whenever you infiltrate an enemy outpost,
he's either got a different
so for those who want to minimize risk, it's safer and wiser.
Yeah, and all of his all of his comrades died.
So this time we're showing
ground
an example
zeros, except for like
complete the mission from long range.
Yeah, so it's him just
the mission is the same, a hero's way, but as you'll see, the impression you get from this style of gameplay will be completely different. So first of all, we'll set our landing zone far away from the outpost, which is actually quite near where we started our E3 And since we'll be covering a lot of ground, we'll choose D-Horse as our buddy.
You get to see D-Horse this time, another one of the buddies you
And
can
for our
take.
weapon, we'll choose a sniper rifle.
You can put all
and
kinds of
equip it
gear
with a
on the
scope
horse
that has
too,
8 times
apparently.
magnification,
Like,
so that we can
that
eliminate
thing
the
on its
target
face is something
from
you
far
actually
away.
have to like make at your base. It doesn't come with the horse, and essentially.
It's like a sand
Now we're set, so let's go ahead and
apparently
deploy
it's like a blinder that allows the horse to do more stuff, I guess. I don't know exactly how it works.
Oh, it's probably like a visor or something, so he can see through stuff, maybe.
Like, I know it actually has a gameplay function, but I don't think it works like in The Witcher, the blinders, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. Skills like his, if you're ashamed to waste him,
it's like a rock.
then I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to ChocoWasabiLove and eliminate the target.
Because they couldn't like fully remove it when he was it. Kind of Tony Stark situation.
You can't take it out.
Well, that's the theme of the game. Yeah, the theme of the game is revenge. You gotta avenge your comrades as well. Especially, well, if it's especially personal as a player, these Peace Walkers everything is built in Peace Walkers.
Alright, so here we are at our landing zone, but before we proceed, if you look around, we see some plants here.
Yeah, like the
herbs
theme
that we
of
can gather.
this
Just go ahead and pick
operation,
that up.
this part of the trailer is remote, so he's going to do everything as long range as possible.
And we'll get on D-Horse.
Yeah, not for me.
And
Yeah,
from
this
there,
would
we
probably
can
be
scout
exactly
out
how I would
our
do it
mission.
because I love the hunt. I love just basically kind of waiting and stalking my targets.
See, I'm all about the
It's like a high
ghost.
point,
Like,
so we
I
can gather
usually
some
don't kill
Wow,
unless they
that's
see me. I usually try to sneak it up close and personal.
It's funny, we're very different archetypes, because I'm just like just walking around in and
You're assault. Yeah, no, I like CQC, so I typically try to stick to my tranquilizer and my hands.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the sniper wolf approach of waiting for the right opportunity.
Which is totally cool. There's so many. Well, and there's so many new options to do that. Like,
We've arrived at our
quiet
mark.
is
Let's
useful,
go
but
ahead and do some
even
recon.
without
This is a
quiet,
very impressive
if you want to be a sniper, you can
Various
take the
soldiers
dog
in
and have the
courtyard.
dog find out where troops are, and then you pick them off with your
which
rifle
means
from
that the
afar while
commander
the
should be
dog
nearby.
finds all the troops. Like, the fact that the three of us can have these divergent opinions on how to approach missions, and the game
On
will
the second
accommodate
floor.
even more than what we can conceive is just testament to how open this game is.
Yeah. So for me,
like
like
that
this
could be our target.
this video pretty much sums up
So we can ID the target.
I love just waiting for the setups, just going, oh look, hey, he's alone, bam, dead.
Well, and in your
spot
like, it's not normally for me because I'm impatient, but I see why you do, because it's the same as Hitman. When you think up a plan like this and it just works, it is so satisfying.
Oh yeah, I agree, and I think that's kind of the charm with this method.
On the multiplayer, it's not called, right? It's like a 5v5.
Yeah. There might be like a team versus AI at some point, but as far as I know, it's like team versus team. And I think there's a team versus team mode where there's like two different teams of soldiers, and then there's Snake. Somebody plays as Snake.
Long way around.
And like,
yeah,
right. I think that hasn't been confirmed, but that mode is called Snake, and it has been in every Metal Gear Online that has come out. So I wouldn't be surprised. But they said they're trying to make Metal Gear Online different this time, so it can stand up on its own as its own game after people stop playing.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, there's a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Fish in a barrel.
Yeah, right.
but you'll definitely see how. Yeah, this and the physics engine in this is super advanced. They'll tell you about it in just a moment. You'll see how advanced the physics engine is too. He makes one piece of commentary, and I was just like, wow, that is just nothing but trigonometry for days.
Alright, so we arrived at our snipe point.
Oh,
you have the
opposite end of the outpost.
Really
is
It's impressive.
It's a lot like a shadow. You set up this crazy plot, and it never works, but it never works.
Can it finish
Still continuing to have the meeting.
No, that was him spotting. That was him spotting the troops with the binoculars.
Yeah, because earlier you will look through the binoculars. If you tag guards with your binoculars, you can see them through walls and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically like futuristic paramilitary technology.
Also,
and stuff.
you should have more faith in yourself, Choco. I think you'd do better in this one than you might expect, because there's a thing you can turn on and off in this new one, where if a guard spots you, the game gives you like a few seconds of slow motion to pull out your gun and tranquilize them before they can call anybody to alert.
Nice.
So you don't just automatically get an alert because you get spotted. You do have a chance to save yourself.
Second floor.
I would shot him right there in the head.
Like, if you want to try out how it plays, I actually have the one that came before this.
You kind of want to take him back, don't you?
Well, no, this one is, I think this one is an assassination.
Yeah, the objective is...
That shot would be hard, though, because he explains that not only is he moving, but you have to take in...
The drop.
Basically what real snipers take into account.
Yeah, like all of it.
Wind speed, drop...
That's just it. Kojima has talked a bunch about this game's engine. Because he was sick, because people asked him, and he said, what's your most exciting thing you think about the game? And he was saying the physics is so real in this game that basically the spotlights, the way light works in the game is so real to life that it is exactly like an actual spotlight.
But yeah, so basically it's a very, very difficult shot because you have to do so much math on the fly. So basically, if you're really skilled, yeah, you could probably do it. But at the same time, you're doing so much math in your head.
If we wanted to, we could wait here for the perfect timing to present itself. But we'll leave that to players to experiment
but yeah,
with
so
in the actual
it's
game.
like you said, we're not going to do it
I'd like to show you some new
completely the way you would
and new
actually do it as a
functionality
sniper, but we're going to play around
bionic arm.
show you some of the fun options.
Yeah.
So there he goes. He used arm
using
sonar.
The bionic arm
well, not
sonar
just that.
detector,
Listen to the
we've
sound
located an
effects.
enemy nearby.
This is when if it does it again. That's because that sound effect was a reference to two different TV shows, $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman. It's the same sound effect of when they do their bionic stuff.
But yeah, the sound will come up again when they use the blast arm.
Okay, this is a lot of fun.
And I'm going to show you one other new feature, which we call the blast arm.
There you go.
Knock someone out.
Oh, I heard
What
the
you saw there
sound.
is rocket propulsion in our blast arm to quickly incapacitate an
Oh my
opponent.
gosh.
I'm old for getting that reference, but I'm just so happy that reference is in here. Now, that's not the end of the ridiculous stuff.
This is where it gets fun too.
Subject on
Just
board.
wait for it.
Leave the rest to us.
Rocket
The thing you
Fest!
can do with the blast arm is you can also fire it off in rocket mode. And then
Does the
operate
fun never
like
end?
a remote control missile.
It's a remote-controlled missile.
And you can control the speed on it.
Using
Which is
this,
pretty
we can
important.
Navigate through the landscape
Slow it down, speed it
and
up,
find our
and
target.
It goes far too.
Oh my gosh. This is awesome.
And you can see the little timer.
Target
Oh my God.
eliminated.
Right, and that took care of our target.
And so, of course, the
Eliminated.
guys are panicking in the room, and now he's making
Mission
his
complete.
escape.
Because they have no idea where he is.
horse. And
Yeah, they
Bayface
don't-
Hot
Because
Zone.
it's inside of the building.
And now
Exactly.
you can't pop
Where's
on.
that horse?
Well, and here's another
Yeah.
thing. You actually don't have to call a vehicle to escape in this game. You can
Metal
just...
Gear Solid series is an action game series, as you all know.
I can't.
However, in the Phantom Pain, it is possible to clear
No, I
missions
know,
by
but
points,
that's what
at
I'm
least
saying. You don't
completely
actually
avoid
have to get on the
confrontation
helicopter to
altogether,
get out of
if
the
you
mission.
prefer.
You're allowed to
And
just
to show you an
run,
example
get on
of that
the horse or get a
next.
car or whatever.
Yeah, so
This is the best one. I think we can all agree that have
This
some...
is fucking awesome.
yeah.
Actually, I saw it with Long the other day.
Or Zero Me. Yeah.
I was Zero.
Yeah, so pretty much yeah, this one we'll get into, but yeah, I mean, I thought the remote assassination approach was just awesome.
Super cool.
I mean, yeah, granted, they went a little goofy and said, so we're gonna, just kind of goof off with these new bionic features, and I get it, but I mean, the option to actually just sit there and wait, I mean, because you never know, the guy can do a shift change, and he could be right in front going, all right, guys, see you later, and then bam, to the face.
That was
So-
cool.
So I think that kind of option's awesome.
Without spoiling anything, I think there's two things for any viewers and for Choco to keep an eye out for this that I think we can all that have seen it agree are the high points. Is first, keep an eye out for unconventional uses of boxes, and
Yes.
secondly, very unconventional target takedowns.
Yeah,
Yes.
this one when it
Box
says
boxes.
Okay.
this one when it says thinking outside the box,
They
they
mean
mean it.
It's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
just. It's not just a figurative.
Yeah, so all right, let's take a look. So, kind of as TheOnlyAhki was saying, this one, this is kind of like being out in the real world. So basically, you can just kind of move around, do whatever you want. And if you see a mission point, you can just go to the mission point, download the mission information. It'll say, all right, mission starts. So.
This time, we're starting in free roam mode with V-Horse and a sneaking suit for Snake.
But yeah, so there you go. He marked the mission computer so he can download the information for the mission that they've been doing a hero's way. So
Let's
so
begin
basically
by
you can
downloading
kind
our
of
mission
be-
intel
you
from
can
the mission
kind of
start
go around
point to the
Afghanistan doing
southeast of the
stuff like
mission
gathering
area.
herbs, herbs. And then just go, you know what, I want to do a mission, and then this is kind of what they're showing. Just plug up and download the mission info.
More or less, yeah, it's the new take on the old outfit. Yeah, I think that's the new sneaking suit.
Yeah, it is.
Is that different outfit in every one? Well, you know he's gonna have to wear a sneaking suit in the mission where they show you how to use boxes. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of classic.
Yeah.
I just have a slight idea that he's gonna be literally in a box, like.
Your target is a special.
Oh no, it gets even funnier. It gets even funnier.
Yeah, no, it's
Watch out,
amazing.
fucking awesome.
So scouting out the
Oh, that's
we see
good.
here a road
I don't want to trigger the
controlled by Soviets
YouTube
leading to our
no
outpost.
music thing though.
And this vehicle is
So,
carrying
there
Soviet
you go.
soldiers who are en route
He's
to
already
the meeting
spotted
with
the
the
dudes.
Spetsnaz commander.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can intercept them.
Which, for
Alright,
reference,
so this time we'll show you some new features of the cardboard box.
those are
As
the
you see,
guys
cardboard
that
box
you
has
There we go.
abilities
There we
Such as the
go.
ability to slide down hills.
those were the guys
Get
that
up on a
in that
slope,
truck.
maybe the fastest
Those
way.
were the guys that you saw in the previous version of this mission getting yelled at by the
Alright, so now we've made
target.
it to the road.
Oh my gosh.
We'll leave the
So,
cardboard box
so the guys in the
here
truck
middle.
spotted the box.
So they saw the box and they're
Looks like the enemy
suspicious,
has
right?
noticed it.
So he shoots himself out the
There,
box
causing
and runs
distraction.
away. So now they're
Sneak away.
focused on the box. They didn't see him.
Nice.
We'll use
Oh
these rocks
gosh.
for cover as we
He
make
slid
our
on
way
it like
around
it
the
was
enemy.
like snow day.
And as you
down
can
the
see,
hill.
2 of the enemy are going to investigate the
And
cardboard
now,
box.
Two of
this
them
is
are
just
Allow
gone.
us to
brilliant.
sneak up on the third enemy who's
Oh my
left
God.
to
This
guard
is
the vehicle.
brilliant.
Yeah, it gets even better all the way up until the end.
Carefully approach from behind.
Yeah, well, when I
Machine
first saw
4.
him do this, I was like, oh, you troll, what are you up to? And I didn't realize the
Quickly
big
plant
picture.
it.
You know, like, I thought,
Oh,
oh,
you
he's
noticed
just putting a bomb on that guy's butt. What a dork.
That's
Right.
what I thought.
But, oh, no, he's got a plan.
Cover.
Yep. So
Haven't
back in your
noticed.
box and hide.
Oh.
You see where this is going, Choco?
Oh,
should be
I
fine.
do. Oh my god. Get back in the car and bam.
No.
No, even better.
Oh.
Even better.
Just wait for it.
What?
Even better.
There's more. You're gonna love this.
Yeah, we'll save the punchline for when it
Oh,
comes.
I see. I still have like 4 more minutes or something.
Alright, so the soldiers have gotten back into their vehicle and are heading off to their meeting without
So
noticing the
they're
present
off.
we placed
They're
on their
off to
comrade.
they're off to meet up with their
So
commander.
let's quickly make our way to our
I
destination.
just swear by the end of my life,
see if we
at
can
some
scope
point
things
before I
out.
died, I have to stick a balloon on ActionGlasses' ass in multiplayer.
Alright, so here we are at
And
our
watch him shoot into the sky.
Yeah, I can just see it. I can just see it. You do it, and he's like, "You motherfucking did!"
Now, what's really gonna
There's a
happen is
dog.
I'm gonna do it. One of his teammates is gonna see him shoot the
actually, I
balloon.
noticed
He's
on the
just
way
gonna
in,
strangle
there's
me.
a
I'll
crack
be
in the
like,
wall
worth
you can
it.
use to climb.
I'm gonna land on top of you with
There's a
my
dog. See it more clearly.
tactical assault. I don't care.
Take
You
advantage of
see-
that.
Way too much.
I want to rocket
So-
punch
Cause a
you.
distraction.
So
That's the blast.
So there he goes with throwing the empty
Alright,
weapon
so we heard a
magazine
noise,
just to
we'll go to check
distract
that
guy
out.
on the wall.
While he's busy,
Which is
we'll
important.
go ahead and climb
Because
on.
in an earlier trailer, they showed that Snake actually has pretty realistic rock climbing skills in this game.
As we've shown
yeah.
previously, snakes
To the
can
point
use
where
cracks
there
in
was a
walls
rock
to
climber
climb.
who put an article out on the internet who
Okay,
was
on
like,
top of
yeah,
this
this is
building,
real.
better
This
view
is
of
how
our
you do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, apparently he counterbalances and everything just the way you're supposed to. I think that attention to detail is really cool.
Your attention to detail and all.
I wonder how long it took them to make this.
Like,
A long time.
Oh, the last one came out in like Metal Gear Solid 4 came out in like 2008, so pretty long time.
Yeah. So here we go. Here we go.
Target.
Oh.
Target.
So target verified.
And also
Yep.
verify.
Yelling at him.
Oh, but look what we have here!
Look, no one checked this out.
It's the guy with the bomb on his ass.
Oh, it gets funnier. It gets
Now all
funnier.
we have to
Just
do-
watch.
Yeah, equip the
You see
C4
where this is going now.
and pull the
yeah.
trigger.
He's
Nothing
gonna get
personal.
up real nice and personal and yell at that other guy. BAM!
Alright, target eliminated.
No alert or
Paul used to have
anything.
this guy down here.
Oh, well, we
Check
got
out the
this
noise,
guy
let's
who
get
heard
rid
the
of him.
explosion, but we're about
Yeah.
to Batman
And
him.
make our way back to D-Horse.
Shrek is love.
Shrek is life.
Yeah, and then I'm out of here.
Alright, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Alright, and we vacated the hot zone. Mission complete.
I'm gonna take this. Yeah. I should
Alright,
be
and that's
a
it for
person
today.
to play this
We hope
game
you
with.
enjoyed these 4 other examples of how you can approach our E3 mission.
Oh, and yeah,
the
see
Hero's
there
Way.
at the top, there's
That
That
said,
said, keep in
D-
mind that this was just a
D-Dog
small
and
sampling of the
D-Walker
limitless
trailer. That one's
possibilities
like
you have at
30
your
minutes
disposal
Yeah,
for
that
each and
one's a
every
long
mission in the
one,
game.
so,
I hope
if
that
anyone's
players will have
interested,
fun
I can
experimenting with
copy
various
and paste the
techniques
links
and sharing war
Yeah,
stories
of
with
this
each other that are
mission.
unique
That
to
one
their
shows
own.
some cool stuff you
Metal
can
Gear
do.
Solid 5,
Like,
Phantom Pain will be released
I
in
really
just
like
2
the
months,
idea that if you
September
end up
1st,
in a place with no
2015.
intel, you can
Thank you for watching.
interrogate one of the guards to make them tell you where the other guards patrol, so you know where the guards are going to be.
Yeah, and the D-Dog and D-Walker demo is kind of cool too because it also demonstrates one of the more realistic things, which is the fact that all these guards speak Russian, and of course by default you just know English. So you go on a side mission, kidnap a Russian interpreter.
Which I have to say kind of lends toward, and you could say Coma, he lost it, kind of lends toward the fan theory that's going on the internet right now that the big boss in this game is not the real big boss. Because Big Boss is very fluent in Russian. In Metal Gear Solid 3, the whole game takes place in Russian. In fact, somebody even specifically says, your Russian is superb. So, either he lost it in the coma, or it's not Big Boss.
Yeah, so... Alright, well, we'll tune it back to Far Cry 4, so ActionGlasses can get back on his hunting missions. and
murdering the wildlife.
Yeah, that too. And we'll also talk about the upcoming releases as well too that we're all excited for. So, yeah, we'll get that going on here.
While ChocoWasabi vibrates.
That's exciting.
That's fair.
There's a lot of exciting.
Also, your name makes like there's I know there's jalapeno chocolate. Like, does anybody actually mix, I wonder, chocolate and wasabi together?
I don't know, but they'll get a nasty
probably-
surprise.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I was gonna say, there was wasabi Kit Kats at one point,
That's true.
Yeah, they weren't spicy.
which was sad.
Yeah.
Well, I
was
just wondered that because
really
I've
afraid
seen.
to eat it, and it wasn't.
Well, I just like I've seen Sonic has those like jalapeno chocolate shakes and stuff.
I've seen that.
Yeah, like it doesn't sound good, but
Does it?
Yeah. So, anyone want to go first on upcoming games? ActionGlasses.
Before you get
Since
all the...
yeah, you're about to get
lost
all,
to us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shit.
I know you were pretty excited for Halo 5.
Yeah.
I am excited for Halo 5. I saw the campaign for E3 and it looked really exciting. I know they're going to, but the 4-player co-op for the campaign would be fun. Mostly looking at Warzone because like TheOnlyAhki was saying we were talking about Unreal Tournament back in the day.
Yeah.
How they had the vehicles, they had the whole team map, plus they had the NPC things that you had to kill as well.
Point captures and objectives and all. Yeah.
Exactly. So
yeah.
I think it's sort of like a reference to that, but at the same time, it's its own unique.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm feeling it.
It looks exciting, and I'm into that. What I'm really looking forward to, aside from Fallout 4, we can talk about that later, but is Star Wars Battlefront. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't
nothing wrong with it.
Every Battlefront, and this one looks exciting. It's just, oh my god.
Well, and it's got to be a breath of fresh air after, last year people were really excited and then they canceled. The new Battlefront. They canceled some.
They canceled Battlefront. They canceled Star Wars 1313. I think that was called.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
They just basically shut down the LucasArts game.
Yeah, and I know that was a big letdown.
Everybody was pissed, but now that they're making, I don't know who's making Battlefront.
It's EA.
EA, which I hope that they don't do the stupid DLC packs like they do for like COD and shit.
Or you mean Battlefield?
Battlefield. They do that for Battlefield too.
Yeah.
It's dumb. But, it looks exciting. You can do the vehicles, the heroes.
I do personally wonder if there will be saber duels because...
There's that.
Man, I am a freaking Jedi Knight. I love that shit. I love just... I mean, especially if there's like a mode where you have like the two commanders are you got one Jedi, you got one Sith, and then the leaders meet in the middle.
Like what they showed in the
man,
they
so
didn't show the whole thing. They just kind of touched on the.
Yeah, they have the heroes and villains mode, which they were talking about briefly.
And they showed what's his face. And they showed Vader and they showed Luke Skywalker on the Hoth mission. When they did the gameplay trailer of that, they kind of touched on that, but then they ended it real quick. But they might be because they did meet in like the middle of the battlefield.
Yeah, because I mean, I would
a lot. So
I would love for like just a mission where it's just like Luke versus Vader just at the center of the map, and then just busting out the lightsaber and go, "It's on!" and just fucking go nuts.
It's an exciting game. I'm really anticipating it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would just be fantastic to just get freaking intense on that sort of thing.
Not to deviate or anything too much, but I saw something exciting on the Marvel Unlimited digital app to read comics. Apparently, since they've acquired Star Wars, they're doing a run of a Lando solo comic, and he's getting his own comic.
I need to find that comic then.
That's pretty cool.
That's going to be awesome.
Okay. Well, we'll transition from ActionGlasses to TheOnlyAhki with the one conversion topic, Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
Oh, yeah.
Long-time Fallout fan here.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
good.
Fallout 4, I mean, you can obviously feel free to add here. There's always been, and it's really felt on the internet, a kind of divergence between people who are fans of the old ones and people who are fans of the new ones, and I feel like Fallout 4 is going to bridge that.
I think it will, because, I mean, if you have played the older ones, it's a lot different playstyle.
Oh, yeah.
From the third and New Vegas. And a lot of people were actually disappointed in the third one. and New Vegas.
Well, and it's not even just the playstyle difference. One of the things that was really different is just the overall tone, like the set. Like Fallout 1 and 2 are very urban.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cities.
There's a lot of cities. There's a lot of communication between people.
Yeah, not as much in 3. No. A little bit in New Vegas. The city of New Vegas.
The city of New Vegas, but everywhere else is just kind of...
Yeah, well, and...
It's really bland.
This one is like all in Boston and suburbs of Boston and stuff, right? So it looks really cool. And I know at first I was like, that they brought on like voiced main characters, but apparently the people who've been voicing the main characters have been...
Well, I saw the E3 gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
And the voices actually fit really well into the story. And you're still making a unique character. You're still making that feel that it's you kind of playing the game.
Like, yeah.
The voice actors do so well.
Well, and apparently they've been recording for like 2 straight years or something crazy, so they're busy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do like the trend of the augmented reality stuff too, because one of the cool things for Fallout 4 is they're making a phone app which emulates the Pip-Boy. So instead of having to pause the game, you just load the app up.
It looks really cool.
And you can just load it up on your phone, so you can do stuff like allocate your skill points. You can allocate your skill points, manage your inventory, switch your weapons that you want to equip, and all that sort of fun stuff. So it's really cool. So you can, instead of just pausing the game, you can just look at your phone and go, okay, ooh, sweet, I got 5 skill points. Bam, plus 1 here. Bam, plus 1 here. Bam, plus 1 here. Ooh, I like that skill the most. Bam, 2 points there.
One of the other things I think that's really exciting to me, and this isn't new, especially not new to Bethesda games, but it's just, I don't know, the way they showed it in E3. Being able to build your own workshop,
I was about to bring that up.
Looks super cool.
It's not even just your own workshop. You can make
it's your own settlement, yeah.
You can make towns.
Like a whole town.
You can make a whole town. You can populate it. You can add defenses. You can.
That's
add
what I mean. That sounds so cool.
It looks exciting.
Like
so you can build a home base, and then on the side you can build a settlement for other survivors.
Yeah, so your peaceful, non-combative survivors, you can have them hold up in a nice fortress, well-fortified area, and then have your main defensive force at the main gates. So if there are any bandits and guys who want to raid your base, then it'll be like, oh, did you think this was an easy base to capture? Psych! I've got a full army at the gate.
Well,
so
it's fully customized. What I like about it, I get a lot of other kind of settlement building games.
Oh yeah.
You get a certain amount of money before you run out of things to buy. You can't buy anymore. There's so much. And there's salvaging things from around the world. You can salvage other buildings. And that's currency is.
Very cool. Well, it's not just stylistically cool. It's just, I've like when they first implemented it in Assassin's Creed 2, I thought it was really cool that you could upgrade the town. But it's exactly like you said. After a point, you can't upgrade anymore.
Yeah,
there's nothing more to add. With this, like even if you ran out of stuff to add, you could change stuff up.
Oh yeah,
that's really cool. This game is going to be a time vampire, but I think maybe I'm just impatient. One of the more exciting things is so many E3 games are long term, and this one was it's like 4 months out when they announced it.
Yeah, and it was kind of funny because people are like, oh, watch, it's going to be next year. It's like, psych, it's this November.
Another thing that's nice, and now, like I said, I'm an old-time Fallout fan. I have played the newer ones quite a bit. Triple digits playtime on one of them. But I do know in at least one, maybe New Vegas, your companions can be set to not be killed. They can't be killed or something like that. I really like that the dog can't die in this one, like if you said it that way, because dog meat was like impossible to protect in Fallout 1 and 2. He always dies.
Oh yeah.
And it's really nice to be able to have a dog and you don't have to just be like, time to quit wherever. I really like the gimmick of using the Wii U tablet as an actual camera.
Yeah.
The other one I'm really stoked for that's coming out here is, you guys know this already, but I'm really excited for Ryuga Gotoku 5 or Yakuza 5.
Oh yeah.
Fucking love that.
Really, I am a huge fan of that franchise, and I can't wait to see what happens to the characters. And I think anybody who's been following it has been waiting for Haruka to become playable.
Right.
And I honestly, I feel not to spoil too much. I've been talking to my girlfriend about this. I agree that she probably can fight because her dad, her adopted dad, is King Kazuma, and he's not going to let his daughter not go. Right. Well, here's the thing. I'm glad she doesn't fight though, because the whole point of her relationship with her father is that he wanted to keep her out of her life. Yeah. And so I feel like it would be a big kind of letdown. It wouldn't be like the worst thing, but I feel like it'd be a letdown for people if you like are invested in these characters for her to get pulled into that life. But I'm really excited for that. If you don't know anything about Ryuga Gotoku and you need to be sold on the series, just Google Yakuza 5 Akiyama dance-off, and that is all. Akiyama has a dance-off with an old lady in the street, and he frickin' destroys her.
Yeah.
No mercy.
Yeah, we won't go into spoilers about that, but yeah, seriously, check it out. It's
Saijima
wonderful.
fighting a bear.
I didn't really like Saijima in 4, but he looks a lot more polished.
He does. He's a little odd in 5 and 4. I won't. Yeah, whatever. The other things coming out, don't have as much to say about them, but I am kind of interested in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Mario Maker definitely looks cool, but I'm gonna leave that.
Is the Rise of the Tomb Raider a sequel, or is it just...
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel to the Tomb Raider reboot.
Okay.
Though it will be an Xbox One timed exclusive, and then I guess sometime in 2016 it'll go to PC and PS4.
Well, the other first, I count. It's no secret amongst my friends that thanks to Zero, I am kind of a newly christened in the last year fan of the Koei Tecmo Warriors franchise, Musou. And I am a huge fan of Hyrule Warriors or Zelda Musou, and I wasn't that hype about the 3D announcement of Legends until they said that there are a bunch of new characters, and now this is purely speculation, but they have confirmed, somebody has confirmed that there is a crossbow in that game that matches the exact crossbow from concept art from Hyrule Warriors of a female playable Link. And there is a theory on the internet that Nintendo might be using Koei Tecmo to test the market for whether or not people would be willing to accept a female Link. And I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then obviously we know you are super psyched for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
I think it didn't need to be said. So I didn't, but yeah, no. Now that you brought it up, that's my most anticipated game this year.
Oh yeah, so there's no question. I mean, we'd have to use the safe word. Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
So, all right, Miss ChocoWasabiLove, what are you excited for in the upcoming Horizon?
Well, one of them is the Super Mario Brothers Maker. Super Mario Maker. You've seen the examples on YouTube where it's just phenomenally amazing. It's so unpredictable, the different levels you can play.
Yeah.
And just when you think it's safe, it's not safe, and the things that are safe are still not safe.
Well, yeah, and I just, the amount of love they put into that. Like, there's just so many little things.
Very, yeah. It's just, okay, I'm gonna get the star, I'm gonna get the mushroom. No, mushroom kills you. It's like nothing, you can't take anything for granted from when you're used to playing the old school. So when you play these versions that people make, it's just, you just have to remember nothing's safe. Just remember that. And there's a pattern though to it. So it is beatable. It just may seem impossible, but there is, they have to make it so it's beatable.
Yeah, and mostly that's because of how probably stump people. They'll be like,
Kaizo
wow,
levels.
holy
God.
cow.
I'm excited.
Well, one of the things I'm excited for the future of Zero's Lab is that sounds like a future segment to me. Like, everybody get together and let's just download popular community-made maps off of Mario Maker.
Yes.
And everybody dies. Just
Who can survive the longest at the
get
same
on
time?
Miiverse and do a search for Kaizo levels or something.
That's a great challenge. I take that moment.
Yeah, Joe can say find the 1-star levels because more than likely everyone's gonna go too hard 1 star.
That's another one that my girlfriend is very, very excited for. I look forward to seeing kind of horrible tortures in store for me as a result of that.
Yeah.
That will be released on September 11th this year or somewhere.
Was there anything else you were excited for?
Okay, of course, Halo 5. We already know about that.
Oh yeah.
I love Halo series. And left me hanging on that 4. So,
Right.
I'm really
Now you
happy
get to-
about
right.
that.
Now you
I was
get to
like,
find out what happens finally.
what the heck? And then I was like, there better be a 5. And
yeah.
then, bam, 5. It's going to be released also October 20th.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm happy that they brought forgot the actor who's Firefly.
Nathan
Oh
Fillion.
yeah.
Bam!
Nailed it.
I'm really happy that they brought him back and they made him smart.
Yeah, and he's just got his trademark cavalier attitude too.
Excellent actor.
Really is.
Mhm.
So, all right.
Transformers, also saw that on the E3.
No, Transformers Devastation.
I actually
Devastation.
don't know anything about
Oh
it.
my
God.
god.
I know.
Right?
That point in the trailer where they got Optimus and he's like, whatever's going on, there's more than meets the eye.
Guys, you have the old school style, like they did it very animated style, cartoonish, and then you just fight. And then next thing you know, they go up in the air. You're not gonna transform and then hit you with the car version a couple times, and then go
Did
back
you
and-
notice?
I gotta see this.
Well, did you notice that the movements are blocky in that? That's because to plan the way characters move in that, in their development phase, they actually did it with the original Transformers toys. So, like, that game is Platinum Games' love letter to people who were fans of the, like, first 3 seasons of the Transformers cartoon.
Yes,
I
sometimes you
know
get
a
it.
couple people that's gonna definitely.
Yeah, well, and if you're, I don't know, if you're not familiar with, like, Bayonetta, Wonderful 101, Devil May Cry 3,
Past that now.
Beautiful Joe,
A Transformers show.
what else do they have on their credentials? Okami?
Okami, because that was a Clover Studio production.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the same people. What else have we got? Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. It's all the same people that made this game. Sorry, Ed?
I'm totally into that Metal Gear.
I'm really excited
He's
about
just
that
like-
Transformers game too.
Yeah.
That transferring.
And I got it.
That actually made me want to start playing the Transformers games. Like the.
I've heard the Fall of Cybertron, I think.
That's actually not that bad.
Yeah,
War,
it's pretty
War of
good.
Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron are actually pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, and occasionally they go on sale on Steam for like $5 for like these super complicated.
You understand?
Hey, you're on Steam now too.
You are on Steam.
One of us.
I'm still gonna try to
Time to cave.
resist a little bit longer.
No, you have to cave.
You had one more.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Extreme.
Butoden.
Butoden.
The visuals, that,
Yeah.
I mean, art system works. It's gonna be
It
good.
looks really good.
Yeah.
And it's back to the old style where when I first played Dragon Ball Z, where they had the it's on 3DS.
You got a 3DS. He's got a
3DS.
We have
all
3DS. We all have a 3DS.
It's on. It is
I'm gonna
on.
whoop all your
Nope,
asses.
nope. My Vegeta and my Trunks is just.
I'm gonna be-
everybody.
Trunks is my husbando.
Nope, that's my husbando. Nope.
No fight.
We're gonna fight.
Settle it in the game.
We're definitely gonna
Settle it in
fight.
the
Fuck you, Krillin.
You're gonna be the first to die.
I'm gonna play
Nope,
you too.
Vegeta was there, and
sorry,
then when
okay,
Trunks
mate.
did away with Vegeta, with Frieza in one hit, I was
you
like, okay, I'm
fools
sorry,
sent me
Vegeta,
to
but your son
the
just kind of
Super
likes to
Bowl
go over.
down.
So
No,
Vegeta and
Trunks was my husbando.
Nope, Trunks is my husbando. We're gonna fight. We're definitely
will.
gonna fight.
Trunks is my
Yeah, just I can't even sight you up right now.
I forgot one. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I
So,
don't
Yeah.
have a-
I forgot another one.
but yeah, I was gonna say
That
Super Nintendo copy of Dragon Ball Z Butoden 2.
On the eShop?
Yeah, it's a digital.
That's cool.
So it's basically the exact Super Nintendo port for 3DS, and I was just like, man, so Namco Bandai, what are the US's incentives? Lol, none. And I was just like,
and there's such a huge fan base here.
Right?
There is.
And they gotta do this.
I got one more, and I won't keep Zero too long.
Yeah, I'm good with
This
mine.
one's short.
Like 10 minutes.
This is a small one. I know I'm not going to reach a lot of people, but Harebrained Schemes, which is responsible for Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut, one of the better written RPGs I've played in a while, is coming out with Shadowrun Hong Kong soon in the next few months. And they have totally revamped the way Matrix hacking works in the game. And they've added a bunch of new stuff. It's like D&D. It's like D&D. It's a tabletop game.
it's D&D with cyberpunk with magic.
Well, and not just that, but in this video game, you can download user-created campaigns and play through their stories and other people make your own stories and upload them. So I'm very excited for that, and that's my last point.
He's like, bam.
Mic drop onto mic stand.
So,
He's
alright.
already like signed to level
Zero's been waiting.
watching that Metal Gear.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty psyched about a lot of games, so that's really why I wanted you guys to go first, because I know I can get a little long-winded on some of these. Big Xbox One release that I'm really excited for: Forza Motorsport 6. Yeah, they've got the 4GT tie-in, which is kind of cool. I do wish I had a little bit of spare expenses so I could get the Forza Motorsport 6 Xbox One kit with the awesome blue Xbox One, with the Xbox start button being the sounds of the 4GT firing up by the push button start, and then the same with the exhaust roaring for one last time to shut it down. That's kind of cool. But I don't quite have $400 to just kind of throw around and go, I'll pick it up. So, hey. So, yeah. So, but yeah, just all the fun stuff with Forza 6 is just really it does look like they're definitely pushing the bar in the graphics, because just seeing stuff like the reflections of the clouds and the sky and the backgrounds on the paint of the cars, that's amazing. I mean, I thought Forza Motorsport 5 was great, and Forza Horizon 2 was awesome.
Very pretty.
But seeing how much further Forza 6 has pushed the bar, I'm just like, wow, that's just gonna get more amazing. And the fact that you have Rio de Janeiro as a new city to race in, and it's gonna be during, like, I think all the preparation work for the Olympics in Rio. So they've already shown like some gameplay videos where you see the cars racing through some of the racetracks in Rio. There's going to be some more Japanese tracks. So if you like the toge racing, where you're racing down or up the mountains, yeah, there's toge racing again, supposedly.
Excellent.
So if you want
And terrifying.
So, so basically, if you want to recreate your dreams of Initial D and racing off to supersonic fire and just racing up the mountain, yeah, you can do that again. It's gonna be beautiful. So super excited, and it's funny. I mentioned Forza 6 because the Turn 10 team actually sent me an email, and I assume any other people were putting hours and hours and hours into Forza. TheOnlyAhki, I think your gal probably got the email too.
Probably. She has dropped a heavy amount of hours into Forza Horizon 2.
Yeah, so pretty much the cool thing is if you raise your Forza
that a lot of the like big but not quite as big releases will try to come out beforehand. Bethesda doesn't care. They're just whatever. Fallout 4 can step to Call of Duty. No, I just mean
Fallout 4.
I just mean commercially. Like, Skyrim's one of the best-selling games of all time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of
Bethesda's got a lot of
That's up there.
Yeah, so pretty much Forza 6 I'm going to be pretty excited for because of the fact that I'm a big motorsports fan in the real world. I love keeping up with stuff like F1, FIA, and all the other race categories you can think of. So for me, it's pretty exciting. And the fact that there are going to be 400 cars that are completely detailed, so you can even see the dials move, the clocks move. You can even see things like a great example from Forza 5, the RX-7, the 3rd gen RX-7 actually has a turbo boost gauge to measure how much boost the turbo's pushing. When you actually drive it and you put your foot down on the throttle, you'll see the gauge go all the way to max vacuum pressure, trying to suck in as much air as it can. And then when you shift gears, it hits right where the boost kicks in. So you see the vacuum hit and the gauge goes negative and then flushes all the air into the motor. And then it starts over again. You'll see it climb way back up, hit max boost, and then you shift gears again. Bam, you'll see the meter dump out. So I assume it's going to be just as detailed as Forza 5 is, if not even more. I do wonder what's going to happen with the museum mode, the Auto Vista mode, because they did have the Top Gear guys narrating all the stuff.
Oh yeah, there's no more Top Gear.
Yeah, Top Gear is no more.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? Just as a show of solidarity, they might get on board with that whole Netflix show that the previous host of Top Gear are hosting.
Yeah, so for me, it makes me wonder what will happen because I love the museum mode, mostly because there was so much interesting trivia. Like, one of the fascinating pieces of trivia, because the cover car for Forza 5 was the McLaren MP4C.
You got this.
I am just having a brain fart tonight. So basically, the MP4C was at the cover car for Forza Motorsport 5, and when you go into the Auto Vista mode, one of the neat little factoids was the fact that the McLaren facility, the cafeteria, has positive air pressure to waft the scent of the food to all the other parts of the building, so everyone knows, oh hey, it's lunchtime, we gotta walk into the cafeteria and take a break. So learning little factoids about some of my favorite manufacturers, I thought that was one of the more fun parts of Forza 5, just being able to kind of pick a car, learn everything about the car, learn tidbits and facts about the manufacturers. I thought that was super cool. So I hope that feature is somewhat intact, be it with or without the Top Gear guys, but it remains to be seen. So here's to hoping that on September 15th we actually get some more solid info about that, because that was probably one of my favorite things to just kind of take around and just have fun with. Next big thing I'm excited for, the Vita visual novel explosion.
To say the least.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've got Corpse Party, which some people like it, some people don't. I get it.
Hey, you know, I wasn't actually a fan of the original 2 games that came out here. Maybe there was a third. I feel like
I can't remember either.
But the art style doesn't really say horror to me for the new one. But I do have to say I do like what they're going for, and I might give that a shot.
It looks pretty. Yeah. It looks pretty fun.
That's
I would
cute.
try that.
And then
It looks a little cute.
And then Dungeon Travelers 2 is kind of a dungeon crawler visual novel sort of thing. That one's pretty fun. I know it's already getting some flack because of the fact that they're having to censor a few things here and there because of how risque in nature some of the artwork is. So
It's not a first for the Vita, though.
It's that. Code Realizes another big visual novel that's coming out. That one
enjoyed Hakuoki, and I also enjoyed Sweet Fuse, so I might check that out.
Yeah, that one, it's got an interesting premise. I think it's basically the girl's got some sort of like weird demon blood, and her dad's kind of raised her outside of the village because they've been ostracized because of her.
Okay.
And then basically her dad passes away, so she has to kind of try to find a way to incorporate herself back into civilization.
Sounds like some
Dig that. Well, yeah, I dig that. No, I dig that. Otome games are pretty fun. I feel like there's definitely enough there, and from what I've read of them, that both genders could enjoy them pretty easily.
Oh yeah. So, and then I think Lost Dimensions is the weird one that Atlas is doing, where basically it's all about like time travel and dimensional travel. That basically they're allies that you basically may have worked with since day one when you recruited them, and then by a weird stroke of fate, just something changes and they potentially try to betray the army, or you notice things in the army are just not going right, and you're like, I have to find the mole, and then it turns out the mole's your best friend, and you're like, nope, I have to kill you. You've turned rogue. I have to kill you. So kind of an interesting strategy.
You know, simple like times travel stories usually are.
Yeah. So
yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and then Danganronpa, another episode of Ultra Spirit Girls. That one is a big one for the fans of the previous two Danganronpa games.
Yeah, it's like Danganronpa Warriors.
Yeah, essentially. So, and then of course for the fans of Blaze Blue who like learning all the Blaze Blue trivia, there's the sequel to X-Blaze Code Embryo, which is X-Blaze Lost Memories. So it goes more into all the events that lead up to Blaze Blue. If you haven't played Code Embryo and you're a big fan of the Blaze Blue franchise, I highly recommend it. It's very good. Lots of cool little trivia. You get to learn the origin of the Sather, which is the poisonous chemical that basically destroys the entire Earth, and also creates characters like Talkaka and the Kaka clan of the cat people. So
big fan, obviously, if you've seen my Twitter avatar.
yes. So Norn 9 Var Commons is another game that Nexus is publishing. I haven't read up too much on this, so I can't really speak to it. But
is that the bartending word, or am I thinking something else? No, I'm thinking of like Valhalla something or other. Never mind.
Yeah. And also another one that I remember was of course Steins Gate is coming out to the US.
Oh yeah.
Which that one is a huge one that a lot of
heard it's basically nothing but an improvement for the most part. Even if you ignore the story, just play with your own custom characters.
Oh yeah,
it's really good.
Legend of Legacy, which I believe Atlas is publishing. That one's a more traditional turn-based Japanese RPG. So if you're into that, there's that. I haven't read too much about it, but it definitely looks kind of old school.
But we can all agree, Game of the Year, Samurai Kagura Tsuno.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Actually,
is that a new 3DS only title? Or?
Yeah, it came out last year in Japan, but again, it's got the visual novel elements too. So you've got like the action scenes, and then jumps to the visual. I haven't seen anything on it.
Well, I was just curious, like if it's gonna try to keep up with Shinobi Versus visually. Like I feel like they'd have to kick it up pretty high for the 3DS.
Yeah. I think story-wise, it's in between the 3DS game and Estival Versus, just for perspective. So pretty much it's basically all the stuff leading up to Estival Versus. Of course, return to Popolocroy, a story of seasons fairy tale. So if you're a fan of the old Popolocroy games, it's pretty much more town and city building and things like that. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, honestly, not too big a deal on that because it's basically Pokemon Mystery Dungeon with the director's cut.
Right.
So
just, it's got its fans.
Yeah.
Stella Glow?
Stella Glow is a huge RPG.
Yeah.
It's had a huge following and it's kind of actually a little bit weird with Stella Glow's development because the CEO of the company who was behind Stella Glow apparently went missing in Japan for 6 months. No Twitter interactions, no interactions with the press. He straight up and vanished. Wow. And then about a month ago, his company dissolved and basically sold the rights to Sega. And then Sega, who has Atlas, they're like, okay, well, we've got all their programmers and all their guys to finish this game. We can go ahead and finish it, but yeah, we don't know where the CEO is of the former company, so we're just going to take it upon ourselves and get it done.
Very irregular.
Yeah.
Take a break. He may have run into
If you just quit.
with the Yakuza 5. Just kidding.
Well, the other side. Well, there was a 3DS thing I wanted to ask you about, but my mind is not where it should be right now.
You remember?
Yokai Watch. If we're talking about RPGs.
Yeah, that one is interesting.
For 3DS?
Yeah. It's finally coming out to the US, but Nintendo of America hasn't been clear if it's going to be one of the past games, or if it's supposed to be 3, which 3 takes place in America, as odd as it is.
And Yokai Watch 3 is the newest Yokai Watch in Japan. So
Yeah.
I feel like if they actually want this to be the next Pokemon, like they keep touting it to be, they don't, but people keep touting it to be, that they should probably just bring America up to speed and maybe do like a Yokai Watch Zero pack later or something if they feel like it.
Yeah.
Because,
But I thought it was interesting that Nintendo made the big announcement at their E3 Treehouse press conference. It was just kind of a, hey, Yokai Watch is coming. We'll have more details later.
Well, and given the nature of Yokai Watch, that could culturally be really cool. Because if it's set in America, I mean, clearly for connection to the previous games, there's going to be actual Japanese yokai. But what if they just start tying in Western mythology into the Yokai Watch roster? That would be pretty neat. I feel like.
Yeah, it definitely would be. So I'm very curious to see how they'll take it because Nintendo of America has been very mum about it.
Yeah,
so.
they're not. Maybe they've got a big ribbon cut under up their sleeve.
So. So pretty much that's kind of one of the fun little titles that are coming out for 3DS. And then of course I'm not the most competitive fan, but Call of Duty Black Ops 3 I'm pretty excited for. To be completely honest with you guys, I see Call of Duty as my yearly action movie fix, where some people go to the movies every summer to see that one big action movie. For example, like there might be some people who are probably going to the theaters right now to see Terminator Genesis. For me, this would be my analog to going to the movies and seeing Terminator Genesis. So that's the way I see it. But I'm super excited because
that's cool.
Well, I mean, as you guys know, I'm personally not a movie guy. So for me, that's what Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is.
Hey, dude, that's cool. I feel that.
So, of course, I am a fan of the fact that you can play separate characters. So one of your friends could be character B, one of your other friends can be character C, and a fourth player can be character D, and you all can basically take down an objective. You all see it from different perspectives, and you can even load up with different kits. So you can have one guy whose primary skill is like subterfuge. So basically, remote controlling robots, drones. You can go, ooh, they brought out a nice tank drone. It'd be a shame if I stole it and basically just steal the drone. Yep, steal the drone, shoot all the bad guys in the story mode, and then your friend could be like the guy who helps all the NPCs get out. So if it's like a rescue mission, everybody can skill for like hostage rescue kits. So things like high-speed dashes and shields, also for technology. You could do some pretty awesome shit. And then of course, if you're just the badass one-man army type, you can just go ActionGlasses. Yeah. Oh man, if you just got on the elephant.
Oh, I know that's the badass one-man army.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, I mean, I can see that if I played Black Ops 3 with ActionGlasses, that would be all my story, but I could just see it going. I think this is a one-man army opportunity, and then just go in with heavy armor and just rip dudes off with a machine gun and go, oh, looks like you're all dead. Yeah. So.
AJ, did you get my family?
Not yet. I'm making my way there.
Okay. You must sneak in. It's important. Paul is a rat, and rats always find a way off a sinking ship. He can't suspect anything until it's too late. And don't forget, AJ, he's throwing a party. So find out where he's kidnapping his niece and sneak in with him.
The new Tales game, Zisteria?
Yeah, Tales of Zisteria.
That is, right now, can be pre-ordered on Steam. And it needs enough pre-orders to hit like its third tier quota. Everybody in the pre-order gets a PC port of
Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah, and I don't know if Tales of Symphonia has it, but Zisteria has online co-op.
AJ, did you get my family?
Not yet. I'm making my way there.
So if you, because that's not been a thing in the Tales series before.
It's important. Paul is a rat, and rats always find a way off a sinking ship. He can't suspect anything until it's too late. And don't forget, AJ, he's throwing a party. So find out where he's kidnapping his niece and sneak in with him.
Yeah, I know my I want everyone to the warehouse. Put it up in the truck. Bring this to the warehouse. Unload it into the truck. But the fact that all series is coming out on PC as well, and the fact that it is that is I know so far. No, I heard you have been. It's a very good story, especially the fact that there's a female protagonist. She makes some very fatal choices. So a lot of people have been oh my god, this is a shock to the system. And then of course you got some of the other players. Wow, this is refreshing.
Did you get my family?
I was gonna say that's a good
I'm making my way there.
Japanese RPGs like
Look, you must sneak in.
objectively, you
Paul
can
is a
observe
rat,
they
and rats always find a way
a
off
lot
a
of
sinking
fire
ship.
lately
He
for,
can't suspect anything until it's too late.
kind of being a stale genre at this point. And I'm not saying they are, but there's a lot of criticism that there's a need for new elements.
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like that's a positive change. Seeing that on your PlayStation, I can't help but bring up. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I've read a lot of making of Axiom Verge, and I am just insanely impressed that one man made that whole game in the course of 5 years, including the art and the music. That's really cool.
Right there.
Yeah.
All the way to the right.
Yeah.
After Infamous.
Too many games.
No such thing.
I'm a librarian. I must have them all.
Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but
Hey, ActionGlasses, can you help her out, man?
Where is this story? It's about
It's mine. It's
Oh, and you got the classic
Okay.
fatality back. That's cool.
Yes, I did.
Play with that sometime.
Yeah, maybe not this broadcast.
Okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I do not know what I'm doing. I don't want to play this for. I'm gonna go with this. Oh my gosh, you just stroked it.
I think I'm gonna have to get in on this.
Yes.
Oh, man. That's great. But, yeah, what else is there? That'd be Japanese me.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play Joseph.
Actually, ActionGlasses will probably need to hit the PlayStation button to reclaim. Otherwise,
Yeah.
But all in all, it's definitely shaping up to be a very interesting fall.
Oh yeah.
So awesome.
There's gonna be.
Oh, July 12th is
so many
when
games.
the new Batman content comes out
co-op
for
with the,
Japanese PlayStation Network, apparently.
You can.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're
Yeah.
gonna play through the story.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh man, oh man.
I feel this.
Okay.
I don't know how to figure it out.
That's what I did.
Oh boy.
Just make this up.
Jump. Strike.
Square is quick attack, triangle strong attack,
Circle.
This is
circle
specials.
specials.
Yeah, and it's
Flying
like Smash. Which reminds me,
Watch out for
Dragon Quest Heroes comes out.
Yes.
I'm pretty stoked about that. Watch your mouth. Yeah, that's the whole invisible series.
But I love it. I was gonna say, you used the wrong phrase. You're supposed to say, watch the whole battle. Yeah, I was playing the person.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
Yeah.
I have seen him. That is Hunter X Hunter? Yeah, I believe so. What's the red? Did they reboot that or restart it or something? Yeah, I'm not an anime guy. I don't not that I dislike it, but I don't do that.
君たち僕を失望させるなよいい目をしてるね
The Joe Star.
No! Don't go touch the show!
よしおお
It was kind of awesome, especially.
おーい誰浦飯祐介だよろしくな
He's got a gun figure.
やろうってのかなんだと
Never seen him, so.
何
It's old school.
That's what he shoots.
俺も
Like, whoa!
あ
Look, it's a baby.
俺の名前は渦巻き俺はゴン
たく
Ooh, three character matchup.
Damn.
Choco.
Right.
Now, really battle to the
I'm scared. Wow, block and blocking myself. I don't think anybody can see us that well anyway at this point.
Yes, sir! 面白い。
優勝は俺のもんだってばよ。
よっ。
うわ
Oh, look at those giant men. Look at the giant man on the right.
そんな。
調子に乗ってるやつは俺がぶっ飛ばしてやる。
ああ、コスモの力を。
I don't know what to feel about that guy on the right there with the like Viking dragon.
おめえら、あいて。
Like I'm aware of these famous shows. Always like this one.
なるほどね。行くぞ。
聞こえるかね。わかったか。
どういうことだ。
そうだ。
何。
教えよう。行くがよい。
さて。
Dragon Balls. Yes, you do. It's fighting time.
It's the guy with the huge arms again. Also, look at that Mount Rushmore. What is up with that?
Yeah, it's the Hidden Leaf Village. They carve all the elders on the mountains.
That's cool. I've never seen her.
Yeah, so I think one of guards.
俺は死神である前に
Oh, become so famous.
妹たちを守れる強い兄貴にならなきゃなんねえんだ。
Wait, why are you sticking me with this time?
くだ。なめたこと言っている前に目の前の敵を何とかしたら。
Oh, it was at the Battlefront screen.
King Kashi.
That's when you can let the second player join.
Except.
Keep doing it until you Oh, I know. Too scrub.
I was wondering, like, wait, is this?
Just let the screen and then play. That's why personally I would rather just play this.
Battle preparation for the actual fight?
Yeah, that screen, that's when you can say, hey, I want to play.
That is darn? I didn't know. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, that's fun. Damn, there you go.
Did.
Okay. Well, I think
maybe I just play the character that you have as your second. Yeah. I'm not that excited.
俺は死神である前に妹たちを守れる強い兄貴にならなきゃなんねえんだ。妹か。くだ。なめたこと言っている前に目の前の敵を何とかしたらどうだ。バチの作り方教えてやるよ、ベルボー。
ねえ、喧嘩しようぜトリコ。嫌だよ、おとなしくしろ。敵はあっちだっての。行くぜ。フライングレッグナイフ。フライングレッグナイフ。動くなよ。すぐに終わるぜ。
させねえっての。
すぐに終わる。
まだまだ。させねえっての。させねえっての。
I don't know that this will make that feels a lot
Bam! Super mode!
Whoa! You're a demon ninja!
Ooh, down! One more ultimate attack remains. Do it!
I loved it. I am a butterfly!
Oh my god!
He and the baby birds. Damn it, you aren't gonna listen to the grave.
I feel no
That was kind of
Oh wow, his spine is all gone. I need you there. Can you like pause after this and make me good?
Got this! Ore no katsu da!
No, it's fine. I like this guy. I know he doesn't like me. I just wanted to. Arcade is fun.
Explore more characters. You should totally do arcade. I don't know how to fix this thing. My recommendation. Sorry. It's more my eyeballs like
Well, I was just. I do that to Chelsea all the time.
Oh, really?
No fear.
Whoa! There we go. And then after that, you should just. That's a good one. Let's go.
So, friendship, I didn't even try him.
Oh man, that's good shit.
It's an agents battle. I don't need help. I'll put it on your team. Ooh, triumph. Whoa.
Yeah, glasses don't have to set up this guy, man.
Yeah. I set my AI to 5 stars. Suffer. It's okay, our AIs are going to be the only people who know what's going on in this game.
I was gonna say, it'll be pretty sad. It'll be like, wow, I'm not doing anything.
Kenshiro. Not Kenshiro, Kenshiro.
No, he'll need
Naruto range?
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
The only one of these is comic I've ever read was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh.
I've never read it. I read it in
This is, like, Kenshin's good for, like, setting up stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Choge is pretty awesome.
Okay. That's pretty
Narashku?
She's the Yakuza daughter from Isekai, right?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of big.
I think it's
Narashku?
Right? I think you meant you one shot. Is what you were going to do. I already told Zero. I think with alcohol. No, but that we need that alcohol will help.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have my...
Oh, and apparently Shiro has the same ability as Goku to go into overdrive with stamina charge. So you can have this shirt bust off.
You got doing a joust contortions.
Oh no, when they power up, it's like twisted, like...
Yes. Yes. Well, and at some point somebody gets pointed down to from an impossible camera angle where they're just like... Eagle wagon!
拙者は流浪人当てのない旅の剣客でござるよ
He wanted to see my animation. It's about to get high.
Wow! I'm actually still blocking. No, seriously, no, I'm not. Like, I actually know how to play the game. I don't know how to.
Oh, you got height, man. You got height. Oh, damn. Nice mode.
I'm on the beat!
Almost. Got set up again. Oh, damn. He lost the ice
I don't fully understand how this game works. I'm not really like I don't either. Whatever.
あるのみ
Whoa! Screw your super. I haven't got it.
I forgot to show you have to do it again. Like, do it.
今夜から安心して眠れるぜおばあちゃん
Yeah, you had to do that with mine too. Vengeance, no triumph.
Yeah, I think that affects like their stats or way out.
I'm sticking with the
Yeah, I'm sure you have to get up close.
Two? Well, Joseph is hard to use simply because the gun is easy. I don't need to use it like 80% of the time that I do. I'm actually trying to use his crackers, where he swings the balls. Yeah. But it's really easy. I think it's either like we can turn the AI down if you want. I don't know. It really doesn't. The AI kind of sucks in this game.
Yeah. Options are
Okay.
You can do different stages there.
I think I'm looking to head out soon. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we'll probably shut off the broadcast.
Glasses has work.
I do have work tomorrow.
That's for scrubs.
It's the last round and
I will try not to.
me now and I didn't even get to pick my character.
俺を無視しやがってちょっとムッときたねよーし少し過激に反応を見るとすればね
ほら地球育ちのサイヤ人孫悟空だ拳で分かり合うのが思わぬやり方なのが間違いないなんてきた本気でカニとやべえぞ日村剣士それが拙者の今の名前でござる
I still want Godspeed. Like I said, I was not actually trying to do That's how it's gonna be.
I was gonna say you're running.
I was thinking of all the combos. Super. Is that a spear?
That's a homing attack.
I didn't get away.
You did, but I think Goku
Or? Is that another one?
Yeah, you get to
No, not really. My super is terrible crap. Or I guess rather a different These characters are not created. Gameplay wise, these characters do not play equally good. Like my super cannot do anything. Oh, Goose! Freaking Goose! He just blew out the stage! I feel so bad using the gun.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that I was just terrible. It was more like, oh, so that's where it was coming from.
ChocoWasabi was like, Oh, that's the kind of thing. I feel no remorse. I feel no remorse. Wow, to be fair, I'm pretty sure. That was pretty rad.
Oh my god,
My Goku is not doing his job.
Oh, no,
the AI just cost me the match. I was trying to do super and Goku's like, no, I'm too busy getting an erection.
Right, the AI destroyed the other AI.
Well, now, the thing is, both Gokus were charging, and since my Goku was so busy charging like a moron, I couldn't use my super. Because you need your whole team.
Oh gosh,
It's probably way better to play by yourself.
It really is. I hate to say it.
This is not a very balanced fight.
I would say this would probably be great for somebody playing single player and not playing drinking.
I was gonna say, I honestly feel like this would be a lot of fun to play.
they're both like, what?
It was like a race. I was just like, I beat the other one, and then Macho was like, out of nowhere.